Greetings, everyone. Greetings, Earthlings, and welcome. Welcome in, welcome in. Hi, everybody. How's everyone doing tonight? Hope everyone had a lovely weekend. Hi, Winning. Yeesh. So, I know I had a lovely couple days off. I'm all rested. I'm refreshed. Today is like my Monday because I take Mondays off. Hi, Andrelius. Hi, Royal. Hi, Saturn. Okay, welcome back. Thank you, Saturn. I feel better. I feel rested and refreshed. I was pooped by Saturday night. All right, let me say my highs and my hellos to everyone. I'm not sure who is here first because I know there's always a little bit of a tailgate party happening in the stream, and I love you guys for that because as you know, if you're a regular here in the channel, you will know that your girl is always fashionably late, okay? Listen. This takes time. Takes time for the fashion, so I'm always a little bit late. So, it is what it is. Thank you guys for waiting. But you know, it is what it is. Okay, so One Prong, I see you here first. I think you were possibly here first. It was either you or Maple. So, congratulations. Thank you for the follow. OMG. So, Maple Marie with the, what is it, the 70 stream streak? Royal, I mean, not Royal, Real Deal. Oh, hi, Real Deal. Fancy seeing you here with the 5, starting the stream out right. Real Deal, thank you. I appreciate that so much. Always a pleasure seeing you here, Real Deal. So, thank you, Real Deal. Ash Ketchum, hi Ash, welcome in. One Prong, Retro, hi Retro, and Retro with the 14 months. Let's go. Thank you, Retro. Thank you, Retro. Thank you for 14 months. Real Deal, thank you for the 5. Gifted to 5 of our friends. Let's fucking go. Hawker, good evening, Hawker. Nice to see you, Hawker. We've got Maple Marie with the 70 stream streak, I believe. Girl, love you. Fucking love you, Maple. You're wonderful. You are a freaking ray of sunshine. Blanco with the 70 stream streak? Oh, shit! Watch out, Maple Marie. Watch out, Maple, because Blanco is, you guys are neck and neck. Let's get some music playing in the background. Blanco whipping out the 70 stream streak as well. Hi, first time chatter. Ooh, I have an emote. It's all that and a bag of chips. I don't know if I actually have it like out in circulation right now, but I know I have it. So check first time chatter. Actually, it might be for a subscriber only emote. But yeah, I have an emote. All that and a bag of chips, possibly Doritos, possibly Lay's, possibly Miss Vicky's. Okay, anyways, so Winning, welcome back. Huss the Goose. Hi, Huss the Goose. Nice to see you. Long time no see. Welcome back as well, Huss. Oh, Joer. Hi, Joer. Bring out the paws. They'll be here. They'll be here. Royal Navy's here. Pfizer. King Kamal. Nice to see you, King Kamal. What are you drinking tonight, King? What are you sipping on? Andrelius. Welcome in, Andrelius. First time chatter. Are you French? Say. My dyslexia is showing me c'est la vie, but it's like c'est va live. C'est va live. Real Deal with the 5. Loondon. Hi, Loon. Welcome back, Loon. Shawl. Hi, Shawl. How you doing? We've got Elite Shawl in the house. It's Chewy's here too. Pooh is here as well. All my favorites are here. First time chatter, bringing the bag of chips, possibly the popcorn. We have quite the show for you tonight. Easy Peasy, hi Easy Peasy. Blanco and Maple Marie both have a 70 stream streak tonight. Thank you guys for your support. I appreciate both of you so much. Ran Cure, hi Ran, long time no see, how are you? 22 below zero is here. Brrr, it's a little nippy. It's a little nippy outside. It actually is. It's not technically 22 below zero this week. It was last week. This week it's still pretty damn cold in Canada at least. So, hose the goose. Oh, is it pronounced hose? No, it's Husce. I don't know. How do you pronounce your name? Is it Huss or hose? Hose would be Ho, no? Let him speak for himself. It's pronounced like that, but it's okay. Oh, it is pronounced like hose the goose? My bad. My bad, hose. When I see Hu, I think Huss. Bonjour, bonne nuit, welcome in, Game Boy Slayer, salut! We have Alana, hello Alana, Dave the Dinklehopper, greetings. Earthlings, all good is here, Stream That Shit! With the Founder's Badge, welcome in, Stream That Shit. How's your lovely Tuesday going? So, I'm hanging with Short. It's not that cold here. Oh yeah, cause Pooh, aren't you in like, Turkey? If I'm not mistaken. Darth Mufasa, welcome in, Darth. How's my future ex-wife doing? Oh shit, I'm doing amazing, Darth. I'm doing amazing. You can read the future. Welcome in, Darth Mufasa. Mufasa? I'm thinking the Lion King here, Simba. All right. Chubby Link, welcome in, Chubby Link Panda. Okay, so from my future ex-husband to my current hubby, we got Panda Pancakes in the house. Panda. Hi, Panda, how are you? Okay, guys, I have some good news and some bad news. Okay, what would you like first? One's in chat if you want the good news first. Two's in chat if you want the bad news first. Let's see. One's for the good, two's for the bad. All right, you want the twos. You guys got the twos. Hi, JP Caveman. All right, mostly twos, so I'll take that. All right, so bad news is I was washing my glass on Saturday night after stream, and it was that beautiful Innocent Gun glass. The one that I got, it was a limited edition Christmas glass that I got from the LCBO. Like, it came in a set. I don't think you can buy it separately. You know, it's like that, like, once a year they make, like, a Christmas edition. Yeah, Real Deal knows he's got the tears flowing already. I broke it. When I was washing it in the sink, I dropped it. And it's a very thin, sort of rounded goblet style, like a short little, it was like a shorty goblet, but very thin glass, and honestly just dropping it in the sink just from a few inches, it broke it, unfortunately. So yeah, it was a tulip style glass, yeah. So, but very thin. So sadly, the glass is no more. I don't know if I can get a replacement. I did enjoy that glass because that's my second favorite beer of all time. When do the calls start? Oh, winning. You can join the Discord now, the Twitch stream queue, and hang out there. It's kind of first come, first serve. So I'll kind of keep track of who's trickling in, and I will answer calls as they come in. All right. So if you pop in there and you start waiting, basically you're first in line. All right. So hang it. I'm just kind of, saying my highs and my hellos, pouring a drink and all of that. Calls will be starting, well, whenever people get into the Twitch stream queue channel of the Discord. So hi, Hobo Hobby. And it'll be on eBay. You think so, Rancure? I'll look. I will look. Welcome back, Hawker. Wait to the rescue. Yeah, so I have this instead. I have my good old... This is a totally different style. The other one had like a gold lip. It was like a goblet, tulip shaped. It was like a spectacle, chat. It was a spectacle. But that was the bad news. The good news is I am drinking an Innocent Gun tonight on stream, so I got more beer. I read up on the beer, and we have a special Innocent Gun tonight, not your regular schmegular. We have an Innocent Gun Highland Cask Ale. It's Highland single malt whiskey cask, so it's matured in whiskey casks. It's a 7.1 ABV, even stronger than the original one. So it's got the good stuff in it. So, this exclusive bottling. Oh, it's exclusive. I love exclusive shit. The exclusive bottling from Innocent Gun. Sweet. Listen, it's not you. Listen, you're never disturbing me, Swede, ever. Okay, never ever, you cute little penguin. You. Thank you so much for the bits. Welcome in, Swede. Hey, how you doing, little mama? Let me whisper in your ear. Little ASMR action. Thank you, Swede. Thank you. The topic today is in the title. It should be in the title. So, thanks for the follow. Welcome in. All right, so this is exclusive. This should be the good stuff. All right. Sorry. So where were we? We were at exclusive. Been matured using oak casks, which have previously held famous single malt Scottish whiskies from the popular Highlands region of Scotland. Aye. The result of this unique maturation is a smooth, complex, and warming beer with a classic Highland malt character. Nice warming beer? Is that an oxymoron? Isn't beer usually refreshing and cooling? Well, this is a warming beer. Perfect for the cold January months. Give it a taste. I will. So, bad news is I broke that lovely Innocent Gun glass. Good news is we have a very special Innocent Gun beer that I've never tried before. And you know what they say, chat? It's all about what's on the inside that counts, right? Shouldn't really matter what glass I'm drinking it from. If it ain't Scottish, it's rubbish. A little Iron Brew. AC. I am from southwestern Ontario, but I'm born in Toronto, born and raised in Toronto, and I moved out of Toronto about 7 months ago. I'm in southwestern Ontario. So, where are you Canadian, AC? Out of curiosity. All right, so let's try this. When I started med school, oh, you're a doctor? I didn't know anything about body itchiness, but I had to learn from scratch to avoid making rash decisions. Well, I thought you were a doctor. You are a comedian, my good sir. I'm a doctor too. Everyone's a doctor. Do we have a doctor in the house? We have a smooth talker in the house. We have a low baritone voice in the house. Welcome in, EDM. I'm going to tell you something, chat. Don't don't get a girl's hopes up. And then it's better to maybe reverse psychology that shit. Okay? One way to discourage a girl real quick is to be like, yeah, I'm a doctor. I'm an engineer. And then be like, well, civil engineer or some shit. Oh, doctor, honorary. You know, honorary doctor. I'm a Google doctor, aren't we all, Maple? My money don't jiggle, it folds. So I got a PhD in physics. That's damn good. That's almost as good as physics. Possibly better in the real world, Panda. You know how there's book smart and there's street smart? Well, physics is more book smart, right? Physics is definitely its street smart counterpart. All right, guys, the moment you've all been waiting for. Well, definitely me. The moment I've been freaking waiting for. Let's try this exclusive Innocent Gun 7.1% single malt whiskey cask matured beer. Say that 10 times quickly. EDM, how you doing? Did you get any sleep? Did you catch any shut-eye, EDM? Or are you running on fumes? Hope you've been well. Cheers, everybody. Thank you for being here. I ain't no doctor. I'm just a Canaxty. This is, you're speaking in rhymes and riddles for me now, One Prong. This is fucking dangerous, this drink. You know when you have a sip and it's like you didn't even drink anything? That's what just happened to me. Like I literally took a sip and I just went back to reading chat because I was unfazed with the drink. It's like it was like water. 7.1 and it is so fucking smooth. Has a really nice like molasses kind of aftertaste. Doesn't taste whiskey at all. Oh hi Huck, welcome in. But if you're retired, does it matter what your job was? Kind of, Huck. I would say so. It depends, especially if you worked in that profession for years upon years. Real, right? Because like you're going to be, you're working in that profession will kind of shape who you are. Guys, this is delicious. Happy Tuesday. Thanks for being here. So, as you can tell by the title of the stream, it's going to be an interesting one tonight, okay? Let's get interesting. So, a lot of us in chat are 7.1s too, and don't phase you. Oh, shit! Everyone's a comedian today. It is deliciously dangerous. Made like a kiss. Thanks for the follow, Vargas. So what do I do for work? I am a full-time streamer. Me? I assume you're asking me. I am a full-time streamer as of 7 months ago. I did several jobs. Well, that's pretty common, Huck. I think people change their professions on average, what is it, like 5 times in their lifetime? 7 times in their lifetime? Something like that. So, howdy, hi Shine Mike. So, I'm crying. Oh, well, I'm glad someone was freaking, he was saying he's a CNA. Oh, a CNA. Well, at least someone got the freaking joke, EDM. Yeah, and Vargas is a crayon. Okay, just brightest crayon in the box. Brightest frickin'. We're full of jokes today, guys. Cheers. Hawker, I feel like you worked, it was a different time back then. You know what I mean? Where people worked one job, they retired in that job, and that was it. Nowadays, everyone's changing their jobs. There's no customer loyalty. No, sorry, there's no employee loyalty, and there's no employer loyalty. There's no customer loyalty also. Hi, Dino. Welcome in. Nice to see you, Dino. Salute you, Dino. Happy Tuesday. So yeah, there's no fucking loyalty anymore in the world. Employee, employer, and customer loyalty. All right. Exactly. I wish it was still like that, but it is definitely not. Now, basically, if you get a little experience with one company, let's say 5 years experience with one company, you contact their competitor, you can negotiate a deal to get more money and end up leaving that first company and selling out for their competitor. And that's what so many people do nowadays. So it's crazy. It's a dog eat dog world out there. Hi, Mr. Cairo. Happy Tuesday. Nice to see you. A lot less personal these days. Yeah, I guess that's one way of putting it, Retro. Less personal. All right, guys, we have an unboxing to do before I start. Before I bring in the first caller, we're talking aliens today. Hold on. All right. The truth is out there. So do I, Mulder and Scully. So do I, guys. So do I. The truth is out there. Okay, with all of these drones flying around the States, so much different news going on right now when it comes to this stuff. I want to know thoughts. Do you believe in intelligent life from another planet? Is it all a hoax? What do you think, guys? The truth is out there. So, Forever Lurkin. Oh, hi, Leo. Thank you for the lurk. Welcome in, welcome in. Thank you so much. I appreciate the lurk. Barely believe in intelligent life on this planet. So, call in, !Discord. Pop into the Twitch Stream Q channel and hang tight and tell us. I believe. Matt, welcome in, welcome. Okay, tell us what you guys think. I want to know, seriously. I feel like, you know what? Back in the day, you know, I used to see all those old videos about alien abductions. All of those people seemed like whack jobs, absolute crazy kooks. But now, with, you know, the Pentagon and all of these places, CIA releasing documents, and, you know, there's even a task force that's been created, and not just US, like there's other international task forces. Now I'm starting to think that maybe all of those, you know, sightings that happened back in the day, maybe it held a little grain of truth. So if you're into aliens, then you need to do deep dive into Project Serpo. Well, call in, Victorian. Tell us a little bit about Project Serpo. I don't actually know anything about it. All right. Is Nibs here by any chance? Let me see. Let me check. Nibble. No, I don't think he's here. All right, I will hang tight with that then. No worries. Just remind me if Nibs comes in and I don't remember. Be like, Nibs, you were looking for Nibs. Nibble me timbers. Nibble me timbers. If he shows up a little bit later, let me know. Cheers. Panda, this is a great topic. Ooh, okay. Let's bring in our first caller, okay? Let me turn the music down ever so slightly. And... okay, that's too much. All right. So let's bring in our first caller. I find it weird that they lost all the moon mission telemetry. I hope there's Stargates also. All right, so let's bring on our first caller. Apollo 18 secret mission to the far side of the moon, right? Crashed and was retrieved by another mission. Found aliens based on the far side of the moon? That's Project Serpo? And who has this documentation though? Is this like, has this been released? Or what? The moon is very weird. Hi, furry lips. Oh, so many furry lips. Ocean anomalies. Yes. Yes, that's a very common thing. All right, let's bring in our first guest and see what they have to say about this situation. Greetings and welcome in.
Hey.
Hi, welcome. You're live on the air. Thanks for calling.
Yeah, of course. How are you doing today?
I'm doing well.
Good. If you don't mind me starting, I mean, this is your stream. I'd love to know what your opinion is on aliens first before I get into my opinion on it.
Ooh, okay. Well, I mean, there's so much to go through with it. Plain and simple, chat, I am a believer. I am absolutely a believer, but I will say, it's only been the last few years, ever since, well, I remember we were deep in the heart of COVID. It was around April 2020 when the CIA and the Pentagon started releasing that there are, well, they didn't call them aliens, they called them like, not UFOs, what is it, chat? UAEs or whatever? And, you know, that there was documentation, and then it started to get me thinking because there were so many sightings of drones, but weird drones, chat. UAPs, that's it. Thank you, Victorian. UAPs is the proper terminology now. But there were so many sightings of drones, but you see mysterious drones that were making weird movements and cloaking and decloaking in the sky. So not your typical drones. And I actually have a friend that had a sighting back in April 2020, 2 or 3 days before the Pentagon released that there were UAPs and a lot of documentation that they were going to be released, like old files. And my friend was on the balcony and saw something and came in and told me, mind you, my friend was smoking at the time, okay? Some wacky tobacco. So it was broad daylight, but when they came in and they told me that they had seen a UFO, a UAP, a drone, something weird and mysterious in broad daylight, I didn't really believe them, to be honest, right? Because it was like, okay, you're just high. No. But then 3 days later, that news got leaked and not really became released. And then I was like, holy shit. Maybe what they actually saw was true, because you see, the world basically stopped for COVID, like April 2020, right? Like end of March to April 2020. Like everyone had to stay home. Maybe if we were being observed, they would maybe be like, what's going on here? There's something strange happening on Earth. And, pop in and to check and inspect, to investigate. So it kind of made sense for the timing for all of these people to be seeing all of these sightings. So you didn't know about this report? Yes, Hose the Goose, yes. That came out in, I think it was late March, early April 2020.
Oh, and I don't mean to stop you. I'm pretty sure it's Hoos the Goose.
Oh, it's Hoos, not Hus.
Yeah, I think so.
And not Hose. It's Hoos.
Yeah, I'll let him answer, but I'm pretty sure it's Hoos.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, of course.
Hoos the Goose, okay. Thank you. All right. But yeah, so yeah, over the last few years, and now there's so many more sightings with drones and just weird situations happening. It's starting to become, it's almost like they slipped it in during COVID. There was this crazy pandemic happening in the world, and they're like, oh, by the way, yeah, there's aliens. There's UAPs. Okay, we know about them. We have documentation about them. Just slip that in there, just so to prevent, public, hysteria from happening, because we were already dealing with other issues. So it was a little convenient that they released it around that time as well, I found. Because I'm sure the government does want to prevent mass hysteria and whatnot from happening, right? So they're probably being very selective of what they're releasing and what they're not releasing, right? Hi, Shy, welcome in. All right. Victorian, do you have a mic? Call in, !Discord, pop into Twitch stream queue and hang out there, and I'll bring you in, Victorian. It seems like you're very knowledgeable about the subject. All right, so that's where I'll leave it right now. Caller?
Yeah.
What do you believe? What's your take?
I'd find it hard to believe that there isn't some sort of other being out there. But it sounds like you've done your fair share of research and you trust your friend even though he was under the influence. I don't know, do you mind telling me a little bit more about what's the UAP? I mean, I'd love to learn what I can.
So it's just an abbreviation for unidentified. It's not a UAP. Let's Google unidentified aerial phenomena. So it doesn't necessarily mean it comes from another planet, but it's definitely in the air. It has not been able to be identified by the military, by the Air Force, by anybody. So they don't know what it is.
Yeah, I hear you. I don't know. I would just, again, I'm sure there's something else out there, but what they're showing us in movies and what we see in cartoons, I can't imagine that's what it looks like. But what do you think?
Well, I'm wondering what you think. That's
That's
you
pretty
know.
much where I stand. I'm on here to learn. I just want to be the first caller to get this thing going. I'd honestly appreciate getting, what was it, Victorian? Somebody out there said they study this a lot. I think we get them on now.
I would love that. Yeah, yeah.
That'd be
Well,
great,
thank you
yeah.
for breaking the ice.
Yeah, of course.
And
Someone had to do it.
exactly, exactly. So thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, of
Yeah.
course. You take care.
You too. All right. So that was our first caller. Thank you for calling in, first caller. It's honestly, breaking the ice is always the hardest part. I like his voice. He had a nice voice, actually, very soothing. But I want to know what you guys think. Like, I want to know what the community really thinks, right? Even if you don't have any facts. Like, what do you believe? The truth is really, hi Vegas, the truth is what you believe, right? So, all right. Yeah, Winning, you had a nice voice. Oh, that was you. I couldn't tell in Discord you had a different name. Thank you for calling in. Okay. So, let's bring in our next caller. Kragon, this sounds like an alien.
Caller.
Hawker, what's up?
Raygon, this sounds like an alien. Hawker, what's up?
First of all, Hawker, you have to mute the stream. Did you know you're live on the air right now, Hawker?
Yeah, I knew that.
Oh, okay. What's up, Hawker? Do you have something to say about the aliens? About the topic?
Yeah, they're out there.
How do you know, Hawker?
Just go out on a starry night. Look up at the heavens. All those stars out there, and there's no other life but us. That's not believable.
I think you're right. Mathematically, it would be very ignorant of us to think that all the other planets out there, okay, most of them, I get it, are uninhabitable, at least for us. But do you know how ignorant it would be to say we're the only ones out there in the whole freaking universe, solar system, everywhere? Come on.
There could be beings out there that don't look like us at all.
Right. It could be just DNA. It could be just... Well, they have found... Okay, keep this in mind, chat. They have found...
Stole that, and I'm proud of you.
They have found fossils on Mars. So they have found life on other planets already. Like, just, like little amoeba type of fossils, like exoskeletons. It's like something you would find at the beach. You know what I mean? Prehistoric sort of little...
Seashells.
Yeah, well, when you find like the little like vertebrae, like little fossils on the seashells? They've already found that on Mars. So that's already, but I'm a little more so inclined to know about intelligent life on other planets. Okay.
Well, I think the Incas and the Aztec and the Egyptians all had help building their big pyramids. I mean, they're all basically the same design.
That's a good point, too. Hi, Atomic. Shut up, Atomic. We still haven't found intelligent life on this planet. Listen, they could be far advanced. More advanced than us mere mortals. All right, Hawker, thank you so much for... Do you have anything else you want to add?
Nope. Just that I'm a believer.
Good. Okay. All right. Good to know. I mean, there's nothing wrong if you're not a believer. There's no right or wrong answer here. I just really want to know, like, what you guys think, what the consensus is. So thank you so much for calling in, Hawker.
No problem.
All right. Hi, Becca. Nice to see you. Okay. We've got Kragon. This sounds like an alien already. Someone who comes from another planet already. Kragon. The planet Kragon. I don't know. Sounds like some Superman. No, that's Krypton. The planet Krypton. But still, by the way, Vegas is here lying down. Kragon the Destroyed. All right, let's bring on Kragon. Let's see what they have to say. Greetings and welcome, Craigon. Welcome in. You're live on the air. Hi,
I
hi,
am.
hi. Hi, how are you?
I'm good. Greetings from Michigan here.
Oh, okay. Well, at least you're not on planet Craigon. Nice, nice.
No. I just like to play space games and all that stuff. So I hope there are really aliens out there. Yeah. I just fear we have a time problem. Everybody always says when you look at the time, how the Earth was created, humanity lives in the last second. So why would there be another alien race also living in the last second? That's maybe the problem. So maybe they have been here, or they will be here in the future, but do we really meet them? And I think if our government would know there are aliens, would you not think they would relocate a lot of money from military spending to build big spaceships, kind of as defense?
Yes,
Why would they just wait for getting attacked or something?
Sus, you don't sound like you're from Michigan, Atomic. Well, good ear
You're
on
originally
you,
from
Atomic.
Germany, yeah, so hopefully,
Uh,
here we go.
So now keep in mind there is a US space department. Okay, I'm bad with the terminology of the name. There is. Now they're not really making space ships that we know of. Here's the thing, especially with military.
Yeah, normally
Governments
military was
don't
always.
it's very top secret stuff. They're not going to disclose the weapons that they're making, like all of the technology. The Space Force. Thank you. Very, not Larry. Welcome in. I need your help, guys. So there is a
30
Space
years
Force.
ago, I mean, everything from the military was 20 years in the future before we have even seen it, right? Like the Dark Star or like some spy plane, 20 years later, they make movies about it, but it already existed in 1980 or something. But I think these days, all the technology is revealed a little bit earlier because everybody has a phone who can make a video. So I think all the new stuff gets spotted a little bit earlier.
I think you're right with that, especially when it comes to the speed of light. So I think what you're getting at too, Craigon, is when you're looking at a star, you're looking at that light from that star, but it's not happening. That light that you're seeing happened a long time ago, right?
Yeah, probably 1,000 years ago. Yeah.
Right. So maybe though, but that doesn't really matter though, if you think about it, Craigon, right? Because maybe you might not see the space. Well, you might see the ship as it enters the atmosphere, right? But I mean, if it's far away, you might not see it, but it could still be traveling without us even.
So I just hope for us as humans, there are aliens, and maybe one day, because they are out there and the governments maybe will acknowledge that they are there, maybe we then work together as the whole planet.
Yes. So
let's see how this
Craigon. Oh, yes. That is one of the things that I wanted to talk about tonight. So you hit the nail right on the head. I feel like if we as a human race now, if we discovered that we're not the only ones out there, we would work together because we would find more commonalities in one another than differences. Once we're put up against, some other beings that are, aliens from another planet, then we would all be, global citizens from the planet Earth, and that would be, our commonality to bring us together. So I think that's a great point. That I'm so glad that you brought that up, as the second caller in. Yeah, so thank you for your input.
Let's get the next guy in, and thank you for the stream. Have a good one.
Thank you for calling. Take care. All right, good points that Craigon made. All right. I apologize. Some of the names that I see in the Discord are not the Twitch. You are like the Twitch usernames. So was that Vic? See, I don't know who that was. Was that you, Vic? I have no idea. I'm wondering. But regardless, thank you so much, Craigon. Say who you are in the chat so we know who you are. Oh, that was you! It was me. Oh, no. Craigon is Craigon. Never mind. So Craigon, you are Craigon. Okay, good. Vic, I'm waiting. I'm still waiting for your call. Okay, I'm still waiting for your call, Vic. All right. Victorian, that is. Victorian. All right. That's you. No. Craigon is Craigon. You are Vic. Okay. Vic, you need to call. Vic is in the queue. Oh, okay. Let's bring in Vic. And then I'm going to bring in Riggs. And then I'm going to bring in, we'll figure it out. But let's bring in Vic first. I'm interested to see what Vic has to say. Welcome in, Vic. You're live and on the air. Thanks for calling in.
What up?
Hi. Wow. So with all of your intelligent lines in the chat, I didn't think the entrance would be "What up?" But I love that. I love that for us. I love that for the stream.
I'm a super nerd, but I'm a cool nerd.
Okay, that's okay. I mean, it's cool to be a nerd, right? It just means that you are nerding out about one particular or a few particular subjects. Doesn't mean you're, a nerd in everything you do in your life. All right, Tummy, you're Tummy in the Discord? Okay, cool. I see you in there too, Tummy. I'll get to you. All right. So, hi, Chaz. Welcome in. I would hope First Contact would bring people together as well. Yeah. The super religious people could just call them demons. And cause more division and hostility. Yeah, that's true, Chaz. Good point. There's always the religious people we gotta worry about. All right, Vic, thank you for calling in. Thank you for... It seems like you're really into the subject.
I am super into this.
Perfect. What's your take on the matter?
I 100% believe that there is life out there, and it all goes back to the formation of what they call the Majestic 12. It was formed in 1947 by Harry S. Truman. It facilitated the recovery and the investigation of alien spacecraft and stuff like that. And from the Majestic 12, they oversaw Project Serpo, which was a whole deal that had to do with the second crash in Roswell, where they actually recovered an entity that they called EB, and the extraterrestrial biological entity, and they called it EB. And it used tones to communicate, and they were able to eventually communicate with it. And it helped them reverse engineer with our technology his radio system to contact his planet. Then there was the whole Project Serpo thing was England, the United States, France, and Japan sent 18 astronauts to planet Serpo, where one died on the way. They get there, they were supposed to stay there for 17 years and come back, but due to the space-time differential and gravitational forces, it turned out to be a little bit longer. And
what year was this? What year was this?
God, I want to say they left in 53. We're supposed to come. No, I'm sorry. Maybe it was 48. I can't remember. But they were supposed to be gone for a certain amount of time. They came back. It was longer. There was a major, I can't think of his name off the top of my head, that chronicled everything and kept a journal on everything. And he talks about how their planet was. And then two people decided to stay there when they came back. They were whitewashed by the CIA to remove, their fingerprints, DNA, all that stuff. And then you go past that.
Where did you get this knowledge, Vic? Where'd you find this?
This is all over the internet. Project Serpo is a huge thing. A lot of people don't think it happened. Some people think it do. I personally believe that it did happen. But
also, if they could do that, chat, back in the 50s, late 50s, 60s, whenever, around there, imagine what they can do now.
That's the whole thing. So as our technology is getting better, so there was a dude worked at Area 51, came out, said, hey, we're reversing technology, blah, 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 blah. Talks about this thing called element 115. No one thought it was real. Scientists were actually able to synthesize that a couple years ago, but they can't get it to stay stable. And that's what he was talking about, that these spacecrafts at Area 51 were actually using to travel through space and stuff. But they've learned now that space is actually a 6-dimensional grid pretty much. And you have to think of it like a Rubik's Cube, that you can turn one side and turn another side to fold it in on itself. And if you use quantum entanglement, you could literally travel light years in an instant. And I think in the next 10, 15 years, we're actually going to start seeing that kind of stuff.
Quantum entanglement, chat. I learned a new word today.
So quantum entanglement has to do with like different particles inside of an atom, whereas like, let's say you have one electron that is rotating left and you quantum entanglement with another electron of the same atom. It doesn't matter how far you send it or where you put it in the universe. If you observe how that is spinning, the other one is going to be spinning the exact same way. So whatever you do to one, it instantaneously will happen to the other. But there's so much stuff out there. I mean, you got, the Majestic 12 that oversaw this stuff. There's a big thing going on with the 20 and back space program where apparently like humans are getting kidnapped at a young age and then taken to the Kuiper Belt to be part of this dark space force with these lizard people. And they're like guarding the Kuiper Belt, stuff like that. And then after they hit their 20 years, their age progressed and then sent back in time to their bodies and stuff. Don't know if I believe in all that, but it's really interesting. But I'm super into all this kind of stuff.
Do you believe in lizard people or like aliens that are like in the ocean? Or what do you think about all these drones right now, Vic? That all of these sightings of the drones happening in New Jersey and all over parts of the States. Yeah.
So I have a different take on that. I don't think it's alien technology or anything like that. I honestly think, so I spent a lot of time in the military and did a lot of different cool stuff there. I think that the US
Okay. What type of you probably, can't say everything, but like give us a little insight of like what department and divisions and stuff you worked in with the military. Hi, Snickers Dad. And John Deeds, hello.
So I was originally in 4th Infantry Division. I was in 11 Charlie Infantry Mortar that got switched to some different stuff. But I honestly think that all these drones and things like that are actually the United States government testing like state and government response, because I really think that there's going to be a big event that's going to happen. I don't want to say that the US government is going to be behind what happens, but I feel like they're trying to essentially move the world into like a one world government. And this is just like them testing the waters to see how people's reaction are going to be.
Ooh, okay. So Craigon says the drones have been cleared in the White House briefing today. It was all FFA approved stuff. So that's
what I'm saying. I think
they're taking credit for it. Yeah.
I think it's the US government testing responses to see how we would react in some type of like disaster.
So if they have drones and all of that stuff now that are flying and we're, maybe that drone that all those drones that people were seeing in 2020 in the very beginning of the pandemic, maybe that was also, well,
I can tell you this. I went to Huma, Arizona and did some training out there on drones and stuff. I was out there with some of these Air Force guys. The United States government, we do have the technology. We have drones that are made 100% of all plastic. It's all plastic. It's completely see-through. They can fly that shit to your window and look in your house and you would never know that it was there. 100%.
Haven't they killed some Taliban and other people with drones before as well?
Oh yeah, we have. Even when I was in Iraq, I mean, I did quite a few tours. But I mean, we would throw a drone from a Humvee and a dude using the PlayStation controller and a screen.
Yeah,
and you could just fly that around. You could laser target, and the Air Force would come by and drop a 500-pound bomb on it.
Right. Those are aerial drones. What are the difference, Mr. Cairo? I'll bring you in next. Vic, if you don't mind, I'm going to bring in some other callers for now. But if you don't mind, I may bring you back if you like.
Well, I gotta. So it's
Oh.
it's almost 9 here. I wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning to go to work, so I'm about to head to bed. But the
Oh,
last
okay.
thing I want to say before I get off here,
Yeah.
is 2003. A scientist, archaeologist, is in Iraq, comes out and says, "Hey, I found the tomb of Gilgamesh." And then a month later, the United States invaded, and I know 100% for a fact that they brought in all these government contractors to where this tomb and shit, whatever it was, and they were literally bringing pieces of what would look like a monument out. Never found out exactly what it was, but I am super convinced that they removed a Stargate out of that tomb. I am 100%. That's my conviction. They removed the Stargate out of there.
Sorry, can you just tell us, for all the layman viewers in the chat, like myself, what is a Stargate?
A Stargate is essentially like a portal that can open up and you can traverse light years from one Stargate to another to go to like a different planet or a different,
like a warp.
Yeah,
thing.
pretty much. And that's what it was. Like Baghdad, when all that shit happened you had all these people looting shit everywhere because they were like, oh, free shit. But like all the museums and shit like that, I personally saw dudes in like, they weren't fucking civilians. These dudes had fucking earpieces, fucking SATCOM radios, all sort of shit going into these museums, taking artifacts. And then all that shit happens with that dude finding the tomb of Gilgamesh. And then they're digging and digging and digging. And they pull out all these different pieces of what I would consider a Stargate. And no one's ever heard of where that shit went to or even knows anything about it.
Of course. Why would they? Where the fuck does it go, though? That's what I want to know.
Well, it's not Area 51, I can tell you that.
No, definitely not on this planet. It goes somewhere else, man. It's got to. So, but no one knows enough.
Coming.
Right. I know Stargate SG-1, guys. Captain Rob's Adventures! Welcome in, Raiders. Oh, good timing. Vic, I don't want to keep you much longer. Thank you so much for calling in. You have very insightful information. So,
I got so much more I could talk about, but it's all good. I got to go to bed anyway.
It's all good. No worries. I appreciate the insight. Thanks for calling in.
Yeah, nice getting to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well. Have a good night. See you later. Bye. Captain Rob's Adventures. Welcome in. Hi. Lovecraft. Mac and cheese. Well, we were just talking about Stargates. The topic tonight, Raiders, is aliens. Intelligent life from other planets. Do you believe? Are you a believer? The truth is out there. Okay. Exclamation Discord. This is a Discord call-in stream. Hang out in the Twitch stream queue and I will drag you in. That's not right. No, we're not banning Captain Rob. Captain Rob, how was your stream? Oh, you were just chatting. Oh, that makes sense. How was your stream? Thank you so much for the raid, Captain Rob. I hope you've been well. So, Captain Rob's Adventures. Yes, Adventures. So, a lot of interesting insights from different people today. So, cheers, guys. By the way, my dog is bothering me. He's giving me those puppy dog eyes. I think I should try and let him out. Cheers. Mr. Cairo, you're up next. And then I'll bring Riggs. I'm losing track of who's getting in the queue. Like, I want to bring everyone, order of operations, but Vegas, come on. Oh. Don't tell me you're crying for no reason. He knows I keep my snacks. And that's where he's leading me to. the pointer of the dog that he is. He's leading me to the snacks, but I don't want to open the snacks. First time chatter, call in! Discord. Mao Mao, like Chairman Mao. So, welcome in though. That's up to you guys. Let me know what you think. There are no right or wrong answers tonight, okay? It really is just what you think. Let's bring in our next caller because I knew this would be a hot topic and interesting thing, so I don't want to keep a lot of the callers waiting. So, Mr. Cairo, welcome in.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing very well. How are you? Happy Tuesday.
I'm good, thank you. Thank you. Happy Tuesday to you.
Yeah. So, all right. Yeah, that's what he's saying, Riggs. He's saying, you're a snack, I want a snack. He likes snacks. Who doesn't, Riggs? Who doesn't want a snack, okay? Listen, I've got all the mommies have good snacks on deck. You know, fruit roll-ups, seaweed, you know, apples, whatever. All right. So, Mr. Cairo, what's your have you been doing some research on the topic? Like, what's your opinion?
I mean, if we are talking about is there life in the universe, I 100% believe there is.
Intelligent?
But possibly. I mean, no idea. Possibly, though. I mean...
Okay, are you leaning towards intelligent life on other planets, or what?
I would say yes, if it had to be. I mean, percentage-wise. When we point one of our best telescopes at a tiny speck of darkness in the sky, and it can see like a billion galaxies, how is it possible that none of those places have intelligent life? It's inconceivable.
I agree. Maybe we were created by God, and
well, let's not go there.
but maybe we were. Listen, okay, I'm not making a mockery out of anything. Mr. Cairo, you and I both know there are people on this planet that do believe that we were created by a higher power.
Well,
and
how about we call God the power behind the universe, rather than some like white bearded dude sat on a cloud, like asking us not to, do this and do that. How about it's just some kind of force that makes the universe works? I can believe in that.
Okay, I could jive with that as well. For sure. Secret Frequency, Falcon, Bobcat, thank you so much for the follows, guys. All right. Okay. What if the Earth is the Australia of the cosmos and our species was deported here? We were all criminals?
That's a possibility, I guess. I mean, when you're thinking about that, you're talking about possibly like Venus or Mars was where we originally came from, and then we were kind of exiled.
Men are from Mars, women are from Venus. I'm following. Yeah. Okay.
I mean, there's quite a lot of possible reasons why maybe not humans, but life came from a different planet in a solar system, and it then went really bad and they had to abandon ship and came here. But right. I mean, this is a really good planet to live on, as far as I'm aware.
Oh, it's
the best one I've ever lived on.
Yeah, same. Same. Like, if you're going to be playing, what's that game, chat? Oh my god, I've played it too. I forget the name. Sometimes when I'm streaming, things just don't come to me from the top of my head. But the game when you're going to other planet to planet. God, it's gonna bother me. You know what I'm talking about? And there's a game where you go planet to planet. Shit. Not Starfield. I have that game. No, before Starfield. easier, nicer than Starfield. But anyways, you go planet to planet, and you have to like mine things, and build, and you can. Regardless, No Man's Sky, yeah, that's it. Saturn, No Man's Sky, great game. Fucking can't remember the name for the life of me, but great game. But it's like we're on one of those like paradise planets on No Man's Sky, where you don't need to wear your gas mask to survive. You can breathe the air in.
It's called the Goldilocks zone, isn't it? That's what we call it, the Goldilocks zone.
Right.
Where it's everything's
in the Milky Way.
Just right.
Yeah.
For us. But I mean, maybe before us, we weren't like human beings. Maybe it was different for us. But I mean, we can't even get to the next planet over. We have trouble getting to the moon, which is like literally just up there.
Okay, so that's a whole nother story. Mr. Cairo, what do you feel? Are you familiar with Elon Musk's idea of dropping nukes on Mars to melt the ice to create more of an atmosphere and make the planet more livable for a Homo sapien?
Well, I'm still not. I mean, I don't know whether there is ice on Mars. I mean, I believe there's been talk about it and stuff, but I wouldn't recommend nuking it to like vaporize it, to throw some like stuff in the air to make it livable. I mean, it's a long way from here. It's a long way from the sun. It's further from the sun than we are. So it's either going to be either super hot or super cold.
Yes, I think the atmosphere of Mars is the average temperature is minus 85 degrees.
Yeah,
I don't know if that's Celsius or Fahrenheit. I'm not sure. Probably.
I don't think it matters.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. You're right. It doesn't. It's not livable. Hi, Moralist Mikey. Welcome in. The nuke idea
we could live there. We could live there, but it would be extremely difficult.
Right, it would be extreme. Even like, why don't chat? Here's a hot take. If we're willing to go out of our way to another planet to do all of that, it's a fixer-upper, is what Elon Musk referred to it as, a fixer-upper planet, okay? If we're willing to go to a fixer, why don't we just fix up our own planet? Hot take. Why don't we fix up our own fucking planet before we go do all of that shit? And on another planet, okay? Can we not fix up our own planet?
He's thinking about the entire Alien thing, the Alien movie franchise, where they go to planets and they set up like massive machines that turn that planet into somewhere we can live.
Right.
I mean, yeah, let's do this planet instead. That's a real good idea.
Right? I mean, that logically makes sense to me. But so I don't know about if inhabiting other planets that are closest to us is the answer, but we're getting a little bit off topic. They have found life on Mars. They have like fossils that have been discovered already.
Have they really?
They really have, haven't they? I think they have.
I'm not sure. I mean, I haven't.
I think they have.
Myself,
but we're talking like, little single cell, like little, like exoskeletons of little like wiggly worms that you would find on the beach type of situation in like that. So not intelligent life, but the atmosphere on Mars in the past was better conditions than it is currently. And also their atmosphere is like, isn't it like 1 foot or something like that? So maybe little organisms could live because they have their atmosphere, I think, is 1% or some shit of Earth's atmosphere. So they do have a very small atmosphere. So Elon's been watching Total Recall, nuking Mars. Yeah.
I mean, what we need is oxygen. And what we need is like a couple inches of topsoil and a bit of rain. We're all good, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Makes plants, it makes seas, it makes everything that we can handle. Mars doesn't have that. But
No.
whether you could make that happen, well, that's a tough question. Certainly not my area of expertise, that's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, everyone's seen The Martian, right, with Matt Damon? I mean,
I have not.
Haven't you?
Mm-mm.
I highly recommend it, by the way. It's a great film. It's a great book as well. But
Oh, Maple loves it.
Yeah, it is great. Yeah, it really is. I mean, Matt Damon gets left on Mars, and he's a botanist. And if anyone could make it kind of work on Mars, it's a botanist. You know, he does everything he can do to produce the ability to live there. But I mean, it's a tough ask. I mean, I believe the previous question was, you know, are we getting visited by aliens? I mean, I personally believe the distances are just too vast. Even if there's intelligent life out there,
Right.
I mean,
They
we
would
can't
not
do
be.
fast in light travel.
But is that with our technology that we currently have? Like maybe they
Yes,
have other
exactly.
technology. You don't like if they're
Exactly.
advanced enough to visit our planet in the first place, then Mr. Cairo, don't you think that they have more advancements in technology than we have, right?
Quite possibly, yeah. Quite possibly.
So I definitely I understand what you're saying, and again, there's no right or wrong answers with the calls today. So and it is a fair take, but I just mean we don't know what the military is working with in terms of technology. If they were able to go to the Mr. Cairo, do you think that we went to the moon back in the 70s or whenever it was?
Yes.
You believe that it wasn't a hoax, right? It was true.
No.
We got there, right?
No,
okay.
definitely.
And
I believe that 100%. Yeah.
So, so if that was back, 50 years ago, don't you think
when the computers are like a calculator. Yeah.
Yeah, and so don't you think our technology is far more advanced, in this day and age, in the 2020s?
Oh, it is. Yeah, it's very much more advanced than it was then. But again, our nearest, let's not even say our nearest planet, let's say our nearest star. Was that something like Proxima Centauri or Alpha Centauri? I don't know what it is. Like, that's 4-point-something light years away. If you could travel at the speed of light, it would take you 4 years to get there. And we can't get anywhere near the speed of light.
That we know of.
So, well, I'm pretty convinced of that, yeah. I mean, we think of ourselves as so advanced, global communications and stuff, but if I asked you to get to the moon, you couldn't fucking do it. Not even a chance, not even close. We just can't do that kind of stuff. We're not set up for interstellar travel. We're not like Star Trek. We're nowhere near that.
No, we're not on that level. You're right. Absolutely. I agree with you with that. Control, welcome in. Format Control. First time chatter. Welcome in Party. Mastakilla. Hello, guys. Liquid Malice. Welcome in. All right. And X-Men brought up a good point as well. X-Men 0025. Video game Dead Space lore took a different take. Humanity was a fluke. Of all the planets and systems they mined, they never found alien life. That could be us, X-Men. Maybe we were a fluke, right?
I think it was a fluke.
Maybe we were just a perfect fluke. And
but
that's
it was,
how we...
Yeah, exactly. It was the perfect kind of situation to produce life. And it just happened that we came from that.
That absolutely could be the case. But how many stars are out there, chat? I don't know. Like, how many million, billion, trillion stars are out
billions.
there?
It's trillions and trillions. In our galaxy, it's trillions. And they point one of those James Webb's telescopes at a tiny little speck of darkness in the sky. And they can see billions of galaxies, not billions of stars, billions of galaxies.
So
it's
with all of that,
that we're the only ones, but it's also inconceivable that
they've been able to come here. So you're saying they're out there, somewhere out there.
100%.
I believe there's more stars in the sky than there are grains of sand on all of the oceans. So it's like crazy.
I mean, that's not even like saying it really. I mean, when you see those pictures of, these deep space Hubble images where they see thousands of galaxies, and there's billions of stars in every one of those galaxies. It blows my mind. I mean, my mind recoils at how vast the universe is. It really does.
Giant Death Robot, welcome in. Nice to see you. Long time no see, Giant Death Robot. I feel like my milkshake brings all the boys to the yard, but also my topic brings all the boys to the yard. I brought him in somehow. By the way, so Giant Death Robot is really into space and has a background working.
Get him in here.
I don't know. Would you like to call in, Giant Death Robot? I would love to hear your insight. If you have a mic, it's just a call in, no video. Okay. We brought him in somewhere. Atomic also loves space. Atomic and Giant Death Robot worked at the same place many moons ago. Moons ago, they worked at the same place. I'm not sure if it was the same division or whatever, but Jiffy Lube, yeah, Jiffy Lube. Mechanics, all right. Oh, mechanics. I'm surprised you remember. Giant Death Robot, I have a freaking memory like a steel trap. It's a gift and a curse, really. It's really bad and really good. But I cannot forget. That's the problem. I cannot forget. So, exclamation Discord if you have a mic. You can pop in to the Twitch stream queue and tell us, do you think have aliens visited our planet? Is it scientifically possible, Giant Death Robot?
Can I just say?
Yeah.
To that question, I think, yes, it's scientifically possible. I don't believe it. Especially, they just seem to happen in the last, 20, 50, 60 years or whatever. But anyway. Okay.
Mr. Cairo, I'm on board with you. What you're saying is logical to me, that there is intelligent life on other planets, but it's just too far away for them to reach us. And so because of that, they have never reached our planet. So,
and it's entirely conceivable that, as you said earlier, that they have way better technology than we do, and they can cross these distances.
Maybe it's much older civilizations, So, we don't know what they're working with, chat. Okay? We don't know the cards that they hold in the deck. So, Mr. Cairo, thanks for calling in.
No problem.
Always a pleasure. See you in chat.
Good to hear you. See you later.
Nice to speak to you. See you later. All right. Or interdimensional travel. Yes, Sasquatch. All right, let's bring in other callers because we have quite the queue. Riggs, I know you were here first, and then we're bringing in Panda Pancakes. So, Riggs. Oh, hold on. Riggs, come on in. Giant Death Robot, hang tight, because there's just a couple other people in queue, but hang tight. I feel like the stream is right up your alley. All right. Welcome in, Riggs. Thank you for calling.
Hey, what's up?
Not much. Not much. Nice to speak to you on the stream, Riggs.
Yeah, it's good to be back. It's a very fun conversation you guys are having.
It is. So, what do you believe, Riggs?
Well, how do I match up to the last callers?
It's not about that. It's not about that, Riggs. It's about what do you honestly believe there's no right or wrong, and nothing is right or wrong, right? This is all our hypothesis, our educated guesses, right?
Well, my views are very different, but I have to be careful about how I go about it. Otherwise, we'll go way off track. So,
Okay.
My family's actually from Roswell, New Mexico.
Ooh.
And we've had sightings in the family. I've gone to the museums.
What years?
I'm back in the 50s.
Show a whole damn year. Hang tight, Riggs. Back in the 50s? Your
50s
family
and 60s,
members had sightings? A whole damn year. Shawl, thank you so much. Let's go. I appreciate you. Shawl, thank you so much for a whole year of subscribing. Let's go. I'm glad that you're enjoying the content, and I'm very glad that Winkos, the one and only Winkos, introduced us a year ago. A whole damn year ago. I really hope the anal probing abductions are a myth. I feel like those are totally real. I feel like they're totally real. It happens far too often. It's too much of a commonality for it not to be real. Okay, so go on, Riggs. Okay, you've actually had family members from around Roswell, New Mexico, that have had sightings. What type of sightings?
So the most prominent one is my aunt, who has never lied about anything. And to be fair, she doesn't have the best vision. But back then, I mean, she was young. She had okay vision. She saw a flying saucer just kind of like hovering over a house, like the whole house, like from edge to edge of the house, like a 3-bedroom, house. Flying saucer right on top of it, like it was a hat. And then she blinked, and she could just, out of the corner of her eye, just kind of see it go off into the distance.
Wow. And so that was definitely not a drone, chat, if it was that big. Definitely not a drone. Okay. Oh, okay. Did it was it shaped like any of the specific, UFOs? Yeah. It looked like what?
The typical disc, the typical reflective silver disc. That was what she said. It had a little like dome on top. And I've never known her to, I mean, she's not very exciting, but she never tells stories or anything like that. This was just, it was even hard to get her to tell me. It kind of bothered her. But
of course, because there are naysayers, just like there's naysayers in the chat. And again, guys, there's nothing wrong with not being a believer. It's fucking far out stuff to believe here, right? So, of course, you're like, you're like, no, there's no way, right? Like, so it's like what you're seeing and what your conscience tells you are two different things, right? So it's really, if that was the case, and I'm not saying it is, I don't know, this is just a story, but I mean, you can only imagine you wouldn't want to be classified as a certified kookaburra and just look like a crazy person, right? And so,
yeah. That's absolutely where she was. She was having this like problem in her mind where she couldn't really like connect with it because it was like surreal, and didn't. She was afraid that somebody would make fun of her if she told the story or that kind of thing. I've seen my own like phenomena. Don't know exactly what it was. I was at a campfire at I was at camp in between school when I was young. And I was at the campfire. I looked up and I was staring at this triangle of stars just in the sky. And one of the dots ended up not being a star. And it just started shooting to the other star and then the other star. And then it just boosted off in some direction. so it made this triangle in the air.
But far away.
Oh yeah, it was far away. I couldn't see anything, and that was that was my personal experience. But as far as like, do aliens exist? It's a pretty interesting topic. I would say for 30 years of my life, I thought that, it was a settled, done deal. They do exist. There's so much out there about them. You see all the phenomena. And I've come to the realization, I think the idea about aliens and like what we perceive them to be is probably like, and I know it's kind of a wild one, but I don't know if it's a government propaganda or if it comes from some kind of occult practices early on or what it is. But the imagery about aliens, I kind of feel like I haven't seen any evidence. I've been wanting so hard to believe, and then it just never adds up. It always gets debunked, or it always lets me down.
Yeah, you're right. They always come out and say that there's this new information. Oh, okay, well, for example, chat, I'll bring up, this was a couple years ago. 2 years ago? What about that mummified alien body that they found in Mexico? Like, that was clearly just, and I think the Mexican government actually backed that up too. That was a hoax, but I'm pretty sure, like, didn't the Mexican government back that up? And I was like, that was before the courts, and I was like, okay, like this could be something. Yeah, they did. Why would they back that up? I don't know.
It always ends up being a hoax, though. This is my problem. Okay, I was a genuine fan. A hoax.
Yeah,
I was a genuine fan my whole life because of my family, and the more I followed it, the more I was just digging into it, the more hoaxy and like not really happening-y it became. And I was like, oh man, like it's just hoax after hoax. They had the alien autopsy. That was real big when I was in high school.
Yeah.
And that was clearly like movie magic.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm of the mind now of this point. Like I think you actually just find life everywhere in the universe. Like at the bottom of the ocean, you find these majestic, like glow in the dark creatures in the water, in the ocean. And I would suspect that you find life at the top of the atmosphere, or like maybe there's like a wisp or some kind of like weird spirit or something. Like I just think that life fills our planet. Like it fills up the whole space.
Riggs, that's a great point that no one has made today. If creatures can live on the bottom of the ocean, Mariana's Trench, with atmospheric pressures that would just implode submarines going down there, just the pressure, how can life exist down there? And I think every meter you go down, it doubles in pressure compared to every meter that you go up. So
it was squared, right?
So if creatures can live down Mariana's Trench in the bottom of the ocean, creatures could live up in, at the top of the Earth's atmosphere. There's really no nobody really looks into that though, is there? There's no real
you'd have
research.
to like redefine what your definition of life is, I guess. Like are rocks alive? They're just going really slowly. I don't know. I mean, it gets into that realm of like, okay, well, what are we talking about here? But I do think that you find life everywhere, whether it's bacteria or whatever it is, you find life everywhere. And, I think it's more likely that the phenomena we see, like all this alien stuff, either it's CGI or it is a real phenomena, but it's maybe some military thing. Or some kind of light show military thing. You know what I mean?
Yes. I get it. Guys, Vegas is annoying the crap out of me right now. So, I've never read that book. Compelling novel, UFOs and Nukes by Robert Hastings. Welcome in, first time chatter. All right. Vegas is driving me crazy. Give me 1 second. Hold on.
You got it.
All right. All right. Okay. So that was a great point. But I do believe there's already been intelligent life, like my bad. Life, bacteria, single cell organisms found. That's not the question. I'm talking like intelligent life.
Oh, you're going to get me in trouble.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think that people go to space. I don't believe in space travel. So.
So you don't think we went to the moon?
Oh no way. It's a joke.
You think that was a joke? That was a hoax as well?
Absolutely.
We did not have that technology back in, the 60s, 70s. /ban. No, man.
No, yeah, I don't think it happened. I have a lot of supporting materials to show that it didn't take place, and you have to put it like this: if you can disprove that they went to the moon, then you have to essentially come up with an idea. If they had all of the all the faculties to launch a media campaign, propagandize the public to fund it, okay, and then get all these contractors to make the parts and plan the orbits and get the film crew and get the studios and make scaled models, get all your data. If they had the ability to do all of that, and I do have supporting evidence, if they had the ability to do that, why would they ever have to actually go?
Well, because they can. Because divide and conquer? I don't know.
Well, then I pose this question to you.
Flag in it. It's ours? I don't know. Yeah, go pose it to me.
I pose this question to you. When do you think they actually went? If they didn't go to the moon, when did they actually start going to space?
No, I think I don't know. I think they went to the moon. Actually, Atomic, they wanted to fake it, but it was so hard that it was easier just to go there. So Giant Death Robot thinks that. And also Atomic met a guy or worked with a guy that went to the moon. He met him. It's one of his idols.
Yeah.
He went to the moon.
He probably got that idea from a movie. Not throwing shade, but he probably did.
I don't know. I feel like it's really not... Okay, the moon, guys. The moon, if we're going to go anywhere, it's really a hop, skip, and a jump. It's just down the road. It's just down the road. So, you see, I feel like we could have done it. We could have done it.
Mm. Yeah.
Why do you think... Okay, why do you think...
I don't think it's a place that you can land on. I don't think that those are places that you can access. I think there's a certain altitude where you can't actually go any further. That human life could not actually work.
Even with spacesuits and all of that? Like insulation and, oxygen and... Why? Why do you think that, though? It has its own atmosphere.
Well, I mean, there's a multitude of reasons, but
Riggs,
I don't think we'd be here for hours.
You started off with, I have family members from the Roswell, New Mexico area that have seen UFOs with their own eyes. And now you're telling me we didn't go to the moon? Riggs.
Yeah, I pulled a whole 180.
You did.
I did.
You really did.
I went all the way conspiratard, and then now I'm just based. What can I say?
We literally have people split. Yeah. What do you think? What do you think about the space, whatever station?
Yeah, that's a studio.
Shut up, Riggs.
Yeah.
No, you're just capping at this point.
I have a lot of evidence to show it's a studio. Absolutely.
No, that's not true.
No cap. Yeah, I'm sorry.
No fucking way, man.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, is there something up there and that's what people see when they put their telescopes on it and it makes its pass? Yeah, of course there could be something up there making an orbit.
Right.
I'm down with that. I just don't think that human life goes to space. And I have plenty of evidence to demonstrate that they have faked the ISS in a studio. So I'm probably going to lean on that one.
Okay. All right. I mean, listen, you're not just pulling this out of your butt, and
no,
you're not the only one who thinks this as well. There are a lot of other people who think this. I just feel like, why even say it if it's just completely fabricated? Do you know what I mean? Like, why not just not say anything at all?
Yeah. Well,
Right?
it is a, it's a deep subject. There's a lot of reasons for it. And I mean, I could give you reasons, but that sparks other conversations. I can just say, as far as with the stuff that you know, or that you probably know, I would say right now, I mean, they've spent trillions of dollars, probably $3 to $5 trillion on space. And NASA pulls in just over $80 million a day. And that's just one of the multitude of agencies. We're talking dozens of space agencies. And they pull in tons and tons of money. And I would say that just that alone is a fair enough, reason to do what they're doing. Not saying that's the whole reason, but, it definitely pays. Definitely
You're right.
pays.
I think it definitely could create a budget. So having more hype around something. So are you trying to say that the space rocks are just fabricated as well? Like they wanted to show some evidence, some like physical, just so they could have more of a budget.
Well, I forget if they were geologists or they traveled with geologists, but they went to Antarctica to actually pull rocks similar to that they would find on the moon. Before going to the moon. So they absolutely did like a survey of different rocks and stuff on Earth as far as collection goes. And also some of the rocks that they tested that were given out as supposedly moon rocks were petrified wood. So it's, I don't believe that any of the moon rocks are actually from the moon. Kind of comical, actually.
Where did you find this evidence that it was petrified wood? Where do you find this? Out of curiosity.
I'm telling you.
I want to know. Like, where is this? Is this cited from like the CIA? Is this from fucking? Where is this info from?
I've been around. I couldn't tell you where that one was from. I mean, it's out there on the internet. You could look it up.
The source. Trust me, bro.
It's public information. You can Google it right now.
Guys, Google
petrified
quick.
wood, moon rocks. Look it up.
Look it up for me, guys. Let me see. Like, look it up. I'm busy. I'm preoccupied at the moment. Do me all of my Google doctors out there. Look it up for me, please. All right. So, everyone. So, all right. Riggs. I've never been we started off and we did a 180 and wow, I'm blown away. I'm blown to another shall I say I've been blown to the moon? I've been blown to outer space.
Then we've
Riggs.
actually been to the moon then, because you actually did the first one.
Yeah. AC, thank you so much for the bits. It was a timeout. It was timeout, not a banning. AC, get your facts straight, AC. And for someone that's never met him before, you surely have a lot to say about the guy. Best wingman I've ever met in my whole damn life. Have we been to the moon, Mercs? Have we been to the moon? It's a timeout.
That's a whole nother stream, huh?
That's a whole nother ball of wax. Riggs, thank you so much for calling it. Actually, are you reading chat right now? Can you read chat for me for un momento, por favor? Like, just talk to them.
Yeah.
Just babble.
Go for it.
Just yap. It's your show for 2 minutes. I'm just going to grab another beer.
You got it.
Thank you.
It's all mine. Okay, guys. What do you think? Did we go to the moon or did we not? Put a 1 for yes, 2 for no. Let's get a survey going. 3 not sure. Kragon, I'll take it. Any of these skeptics out here, I'll take it. But, you know, if you say 1, I love you anyway. 1.5. 1.5. Okay. 5 is my favorite number, so I'll take that one too. Nice. Nice. Why are there so many conspiracy theorists in America? I'll tell you why. Actually, I'll tell you why. Because our society is specifically interested in brainwashing people. That is the main goal of the United States government. They have been working diligently to brainwash the whole world, and now we have what you call Americans. And they've been doing this for decades upon decades. That's why we have conspiracy theorists in America. Because we're trying to fight our way out of all of the bullshit. No, I don't vote. Okay, I don't vote. I don't believe in either party. Debates with, you know, it's funny. My friend Oscar was telling me I should start a debate show today. He was just saying that right now. He was complaining about all these debate channels. He said I should start one. Oh, look at that. She's got cute hair too. She can't hear me.
I'm here. I can hear you now.
All right, cool.
Oh,
Well,
we're not
chat was
talking
good.
politics, a topic. We're not talking politics, whatever we're doing. We're talking space. The final frontier. These are the Voyagers of the Starship Enterprise. Their mission? To talk about space. Riggs, thank you so much for calling in.
I had a
appreciate
great
it.
time. Thanks for
I had
having
a
me.
great time too. Thank you for calling, and we'll see you in chat.
You got it.
All right.
See ya.
Bye. Spiny Shrimps. Thank you for the follow, Spiny. Which Star Trek show is your favorite? Ooh, Deep Space Nine, baby. All the way! Give me Deep Space Nine! I brought some Leffy. I love this shit because blondes, they have much more fun. It has also subtle notes of vanilla and cloves. I love vanilla. Vanilla! Give me some vanilla all the way. Not really, fun fact, I'm not really a chocoholic. I'm not a fan of chocolate. But I love vanilla. I love custards, cream. Give me the creamy shit. Chaz, thank you for the 5. Let's go. 3, 4, 5. Thank you, Chaz, for the 5. And oh, we got the 100 bits from AC. Thank you, AC, for the bits. And Becca, we got a hype train. That's it. That's the trifecta. Thank you. That's the meat and potatoes. Show to speak. Guys, there's been so many great opinions today. My mind is blown into outer space currently. Currently blown into outer space. Riggs, thanks for calling in. These are the Voyagers of the Starship's Enterprise. Their mission? To boldly go where no man has gone before. But I love Deep Space Nine much better. And Voyager. DS9 and Voyager are my faves. And of course, Next Generation. I grew up on that shit. Hi, Brett Savage. Welcome in. Nice to see you, Brett. All right. I got scolded for my bits. Shake my head. Well, you just had me pause AC so that I could I was collecting. I was saving it up for you, AC. And you see the bits was just the part where I could pause in the stream and tell you all of the things that I wanted to say. That it wasn't a banning, that it was just a timeout, that I asked him to be nice, that he is talking shit to one of my VIPs. Welcome back, Winning. What did I say that put me in a 10-minute timeout? I will pull up the chat log for you, Winning. Why wasn't he put in a timeout? He told me to go F myself. What did I say that put me in a 10-minute timeout? Oh, you said grow up. Why did you let me get under your skin so easily, Atomic? Why are you getting under his skin, Winning? Why are you trying? If it's not Scottish, it's rubbish. Oh, that's pretty well it. How's the beer? That was it. That wasn't a lot, to be honest, Winning. Okay. Okay. That wasn't too much, to be honest. It was a timeout. So, that was just a little... Thank you, Anne. That was a little slap on the wrist. But I did ask you, please be nice. Just ignore each other. Hi, Cat Stevens. But, thank you for calling in earlier, and ignore each other. It's a big stream. Plenty of space for everybody to be. Sure, but why doesn't he get a slap on the wrist? Atomic, you fucking bad boy. Atomic, you bad boy. All I'm remembering is when Atomic told me somebody like sent in a dono and I was like, you bad boy or some shit. He's like, Anne, don't say that. I'm like, I know what I'm saying here. That just reminded me of that time, Atomic, when you tried to be like, Anne, you don't know what you're saying. I'm like, I know what I'm saying. Oh my god, Atomic, it reminded me of that time. Alright, so we're wilding right now. We really are. We are bringing up old shit that we shouldn't even be bringing up. Hi, Super Jimmy Wyatt. Hey, Oscar, thanks for subscribing to my YouTube channel. Listen, the chat line is blowing up. We have so many people in here. I've got to bring other people in. All right. So, cheers, guys. We have a lovely blonde German beer. What's the ABV on this bitch? 6.6%. Cheers. I need that drink after the last caller telling me we didn't go to the moon. One's in chat. Listen. I respect everyone's opinion. One's in chat if you think we didn't go to the moon. Two's in chat if you think we did. I want to know. Because he's not like just making this up. He's not pulling this out of his ass. Okay? He's not pulling it out of his ass. Like, there are a lot of people that think we didn't go to the moon. I want to know how many people in the chat think we did not go to the moon. One's if you think we didn't go to the moon. Two's, you think he's trolling Sasquatch. He could be. That thought, Sasquatch, actually crossed my mind because I was like, really? But he's not the only one. He's not the... there's another streamer I saw, actually, and she doesn't think we went to the moon. Another streamer thinks that. For real, for real. Thank you for the hype train. So... And she's not trolling. That other streamer girl, 100%, she's not trolling. So... I don't know, man. 420 is a great number. I'm Canadian. I am Canadian! Alright, so... Let's bring in our next caller. Listen, Panda, my hubby, I have not forgotten about you. Greetings and welcome in, Panda. And then after that, we're going to bring on Giant Death Robot. Okay, Panda. I hope you're still here. I left him waiting for too long. Hi, how are you, Panda?
Yes, you left me waiting for too long.
I did. Slap me on the wrist, Panda. or elsewhere.
Oh,
I've been a bad girl. No, I'm stopping. This is not that type of stream. That's not
obviously. Yes,
so, Panda, welcome in. Long time no see.
It's been a while.
It has. So, Panda, what's your take? Do you think there's intelligent life? Do you believe in aliens, or what do you think?
I do, yes. But there's a Drake equation about like other intelligent life on like not necessarily in our solar system, but like in different galaxies. And if you use the Drake equation, we still have not seen any intelligent life. Also, by the way,
Right.
I had some drinks in me, so sorry, chat.
Same.
But yes, I believe for sure.
Okay.
It's just the universe is so big that we can't necessarily say yes or no, but statistically, I believe.
Okay. Here's a hot take, chat. But if people believe Panda,
Wait, what
Panda's
happened?
Panda's out here making magic.
I mean, duh.
Freaking Inception over here. Panda with the 5. Thank you, Panda. Thank you. So listen.
Don't, I've said this in chat. I will invoice her later. So
yeah. So listen.
yeah.
If this is slightly off topic, but listen, if people believe in
Yes,
a higher power, God, a creator, shall we say, a creator. So many people globally that believe in a creator, and I'm not talking about Christianity. It could be Hinduism, it could be Buddhism, it could be whatever you believe in.
Okay.
Islam. So many different religions out there, and there's really no evidence of a creator. Why is it so far-fetched to actually believe that there is intelligent life on another planet when we know those planets exist, and they're mathematically speaking, there has to be another planet that is the proper atmosphere for life to live on? Why is that so far-fetched?
I don't think it's far-fetched. And then someone in your chat mentioned like the Goldilocks phase of planets being able to have intelligent, or I guess life, due to its location to the star. So that's one thing. I was like, I have to believe there is something out there.
I agree. I think
But
we
it's
would
like-
be ignorant not to believe
Yes.
that we like. How ignorant is it of us, chat, just to be like, oh yeah, we're the only ones. Yeah, it was the perfect storm, so to speak, and it just so happens, there was like a little bit of like that, a little sprinkling of this, a little bit everything, and poof, and that's it. What are all these planets? I don't know.
No, I agree. Like, I mean, it could be like a perfect situation for us being on Earth, but
Mhm.
I think if we have the same like conditions for like other planets, whatever star that they're orbiting, why can it not happen there as well? And it could be a different type of species than us being humans.
Of course.
I really feel
Evolution. Look at our pinky fingers and our pinky toes, chat. Evolution. This is evolution, right? That we don't really use our pinky toes, our pinky fingers much anymore. And as the time progresses, we evolve to we adapt, we evolve, and I would think that life on another planet would also do the same.
Yeah, exactly. And then also
welcome in
and
Monster. Yeah.
So these other planets, granted, they might have different situations on like how they live is like one thing. And I mean, like, there might be planets that are revolving out around the star that is a little bit further or a little bit closer, that they can live, that we might not be able to live on those certain conditions, but here on Earth, there are these lava snails that can live in volcanoes. So what makes us think that we could just live on our planet, but other planets that's orbiting a star could not?
They
or
have
can.
evolved. Absolutely. Shy, thank you for gifting a sub to the Monster King. I appreciate that, Shy. Thank you. Thank you. A little 6-inch sub action around here. I've been to Banff, and I did this like tour in the caves, and there is a salamander. No, it's a snail. I don't know. It's a snail or a salamander that has evolved to live. Skiz is here too. Okay, I see you there. But party people at just walked. What's it gonna be? Hey, we had our bits goal.
You have a bits goal?
Yeah. I have a sub goal, I have a bits goal, I have a follower goal. Scorpion! Welcome in. Welcome in, Scorpion. Let's go. Thank you, Scorpion. Skiz, welcome in as well, Skiz. Woo! Cheers, Skiz. Cheers. Thank you. Thank you for supporting everybody. Yeah.
That salute. Too cute.
Someone that Scorpion? Ah, shit. What am I gonna wear today? Nothing goes with my outfit.
Oh, and in chat, she could be wearing nothing and it's still good.
Oh my god, I have something. This is perfect. Okay. There we go. Okay. This is perfect. I feel like it's very, very fitting.
Yes, it's themed.
Mickey. No, this is an alien. An alien. Okay, it's perfect. Okay. Thank you so much. Skiz. Scorpion, thanks for redeeming that, and thank you for the bits as well. Alright. It's an alien mouse? No, this is not. No, this is an alien. But yeah, so I went to this caves in Banff, Alberta, and there's this like, I forget if it was a fucking salamander or a snail or whatever. Some type of a little slimy creature that evolved to live in the, there's hot springs in Banff, all over Banff. And this water is hot.
What is
like,
Banff?
Banff is it's a part of Alberta.
Okay.
Banff, Alberta. Beautiful. A lot of mountains and shit. But there's
I haven't
hot
moved
springs.
there yet, so.
Yeah. A lot of hot springs. Natural hot water coming from, the Earth's core that is heated up and comes out. And it's really hot water, like could burn you. And but this like creature has evolved to live in that water, and they're basically blind because they live in a cave. They don't need their eyes, so they've evolved where they don't need to see much, but they've evolved to live in these extremely hot water temperatures.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Welcome in
caves?
first time chatter. I do not. Yeah, in a cave. This particular little creature lives in a cave. Yeah.
And please don't invite me to go spelunking with you.
What the hell is splonking?
Oh, it's so I think loosely, chat, you could probably help me out, but like loosely like cave exploring.
Oh, okay, cave exploring. Yeah.
Atomic, let's go.
Sounds like my ex. Oh god. I don't know what that is, and yeah. No, it's not like I rappelled down into this cave. It was like on ground level. I just walked through it. It was a nice little tour.
No, I don't know. I can't. I don't think it could do it. Like going into something that's dark.
Yeah, it was
not
dark, but they
knowing.
had lights set up. It was all on the kind of a ground floor, so it was like they had dim, like warm little like lights, and it was actually a cute little tour. It was only like it was a short little thing. It was maybe 45-minute tour just through this little cave, and like out you went,
Was
out
that
the other
fun?
end. It was fun. It was great. Yeah, I loved it. But what
Did
I'm
you see
getting
any
at,
aliens?
no, but I saw creatures that evolved. What I'm saying is, aliens on other planets may have evolved to live with the in conditions of their planet, right?
True. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Panda. Any other? What else? What else? Any other things that you would like to say before we move on?
Not really, except chat. What a babe, am I right? Oh, thanks, Atomic. Awesome.
Thank you, Panda.
Why thank me? But are we gonna? Okay. So one last thing.
Yes.
When are the dates coming back? Because I'd like to be your first date.
I don't know, but maybe sometime in February.
Okay.
We'll see. We'll see. Not
Alright,
this
bet.
month. I mean, it's already the 28th, right? So not this month. That's for sure.
All right.
But maybe in February. It is the month of love in February. I haven't figured out what I'm
True.
going to be doing for Valentine's Day yet. I
I
might
gotta
do.
work that day.
Oh no way! You have to work in the evening though.
In the evening, yeah.
No!
Not like I have
Oh
a-
shit!
not like
I know because you're a photographer, right? So you've got to
Not
work.
like not like I have a date, but I'm gonna take a bunch of Cialis and see what the night happens.
Oh my god! Yeah, it's on the 14th, right? On Friday. It's Friday the 14th, not the 13th. All right.
Correct. Yeah.
Well, I mean, see where the night takes you. You never know.
Okay.
Maybe they might want a photographer. They might want someone to hold their drink. They might want someone to hold their hair. They might want someone to hold their bra. You never know where the night could take you.
Oh, I absolutely. With everything you just said. Everything you just said.
Just be
However-
there. Just yeah.
No, I'm gonna be there, but I would like to do what we did for our date with
The hot sauce.
yes.
I still have it. Do you still have yours?
I still have mine, but we should do new ones.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, it wasn't really hot. Is that what you're trying to imply here? It wasn't that spicy.
It was okay. So first of all, it was spicy, but I want to try I don't know.
You want the
I
hot
haven't
ones,
watched
the
Hot-
original hot one shit, right? That's what you want.
Can we even get those anymore?
I don't know. I have no idea. What do you want? What do you want to try?
With you, anything, obviously.
No, but you really want to try something. Listen, message me. We'll talk about it.
All right, cool.
All right? Okay,
Right.
Panda, thank you so much for calling in.
Thank you for having me, and thank you, chat.
The pleasure is all ours, and we'll see you in the chat.
All right, cool.
Take care. Bye, Panda. Captain
Bye.
Robs, are you still here? Captain Robs, thank you so much for the raid today. I appreciate that. Captain Robs Adventures. All right, guys, next guest. Listen, I know there's a lot of people waiting, but I'm gonna bring on Giant Death Robot, and then I did see Mr. Joe has been there, and H, whoever H is. All I see is H ... You're there too. Thank you, Saturn, for shouting him out. Nice to see you. I'm H. Okay, perfect. Listen, we're bringing on Giant Death first, and then we'll bring in H, and then we'll bring in Mr. Joe. All right, so let's bring in Giant Death Robot. You're welcome. We gave you one earlier. I hope it worked. I think it did. I hope it did. It didn't come back with any information, so maybe it was wrong. I hope not. Anyways, let's bring on the next guest. Greetings.
Okay.
And
can you hear
welcomes
me?
in. I can hear you, Giant
Hey.
Death. How are you? Thanks for calling in. Thank you for calling in,
Okay.
Giant Death.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay, good. So,
I'm just trying to I muted.
mute the stream.
Yeah, I can't hear you on Discord. I can hear you on the stream, but it's a little distracting because my voice pops in.
Your voice pops
a
in
couple
right now
seconds later.
on Discord. That's a
No,
mic.
I can't hear you on Discord. I can hear you on the stream.
You can't hear me on Discord right now? Okay, there's something wrong. Go into your voice and video. Okay, hit the cog wheel. Go into under voice and video.
Right.
Make sure that the input device and the output device are the right thing. Just keep clicking different. You want your input device to be your mic, but your output device, maybe that's the issue. Maybe you need to change your output device.
Yeah.
Is he listening to stream and it lags? Of course it lags on stream. There is a lag on the stream for sure. He should be talking to me in Discord. He should be able to hear me in Discord. Aliens are real. You think so, Crash? We would love for you to call an exclamation Discord.
Yeah, let me take a couple minutes to see if I can fix that.
Okay,
Maybe you
no
should
worries.
pull
Take your
somebody
time.
else in.
Yeah, take your time, Giant Death Robot. You've got great content, and we would love to hear it, so
Sorry.
please take your time. We'll talk to you later. Okay, he's dealing with some tech issues, which is completely understandable. Let's bring in... Oh, nice. We have so many people in the queue! Let's bring in really quickly. Let's bring in, I saw you for a second there. Where'd you disappear to? Alright. Let's bring in... Really quickly, let's bring in, what is it? Something the Goose. Welcome in. Hi, you're live on the air.
Hi, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Oh, sorry, 1 second. Let me just mute the stream.
Yes. Hello,
okay, you can hear me fine?
Yes. Planet Rock, welcome in.
All right. So I hate to be that guy, Ann. But I don't think they're real. And I'm the first one to say this. But I don't think that they're real. But I had to call in to share a story.
Okay.
So my buddy, it's the story that kind of keeps me like thinking like maybe it's there, but I don't know. So my buddy was under the influence. Okay. He was at a party. They were meeting at someone else's house after, but the other person wasn't drinking, and that drive is a 15-minute drive from one house to the other. So they got in the car. Designated driver was driving. And for some reason, it took them 3 hours to get to the house.
Okay.
They went straight from one house to the next, but it took them 3 hours. Their friends were calling them and like texting them. They didn't get any of those calls or texts. And like my friend is convinced that it was alien. So
they lied to you and they went to go visit a chick. Just putting that out there.
No,
they made a wrong turn. Yeah, they went a wrong turn to a girl's house for a couple hours.
He's honest. No, he's honest. But like, okay, the other thing I wanted to bring up too, the next day he told me like he woke up and his butt was hurting. So I don't know.
Well, who knows what they did? Who knows what they did at that girl's house?
No, it wasn't them. It wasn't them. I'm telling you, not like that. He's a married man, and come on.
Doesn't stop anybody. Well, stops some people, but not everybody.
Oh my god, I can't believe I just exposed him like that. I never put the two together. Oh my god, this is embarrassing.
Oh!
You know what? Then, if that's the case, then I guess I don't believe in aliens at all. Then.
Okay, but no. Honestly, why don't you believe? Do you think we went to the moon?
I do think we went to the moon. Like I don't know. Some of these conspiracies, I could see why people make conspiracy theories, but I just don't. I don't know. I think some of them are too far out there. So I do think we went to the moon. I don't believe in them because I just feel like the world is just too perfect for it to be made again for some other being somewhere else. And like the odds are just so small. That's what I think.
1 minute. Yeah! Oh my god! Crash, thank you so much for your sub with Prime. In life that I feel this! Da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Listen, I don't want to wake up tomorrow and say my butt's hurting. That's all I know.
Oh my god. 100 gifted subs is crazy though.
All I know is I can feel this. I hope it's real. Okay?
Oh my god, winning.
I hope it's real.
Yo,
listen, this will get you up. This will get your blood pumping in the morning, in the afternoon, and in the frickin' evening. Thank you, Anon, for the 100. 100 bomb. That one will send you to outer space. Okay? That one sent me to the moon, Alice! Oh, shit! Okay. Alright, that one did. So, you think we went to the moon, but you don't believe that there's any ever intelligent life that has ever touched terraform Earth.
I feel like I feel like we would have known about it. Like TikTok is so big, you get so many views per post, and I would see it on TikTok. You know what I mean?
Do you trust TikTok for your like valid like news source?
Not everything. Like I have people that I trust on there, obviously, but you know, like I don't know. It would just be so obvious. I feel like if there were aliens actually here, you know. So I don't know. I can't bring myself to like buy into that they're here. You know.
Yes. Denial.
Yeah, but that one story that you kind of ruined for me was the only thing that was keeping me on board.
Which was what?
My buddy's butt hurting. That was the only reason why I thought aliens might have been real.
Definitely, he was probed that night by an alien.
By something, clearly.
Something, clearly. All right.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
I mean, you're not the
I
first caller that had an alien sighting tonight. So your buddy who showed up a few hours late and his butt was hurting the next day, very probable. Could have been for sure.
No, I really thought so. Because like he's really into aliens, so that's why I thought maybe like that's what he was getting at. But
that's another thing though too. Like if you really believe it, if you're constantly, then maybe your mind will play tricks on you. That goes with anything, right?
That's true. But what made you believe it like originally?
think there's just too many, like the likelihood with the amount of probability of other planets out there. And at first I didn't believe all of the people who said that there were sightings. I was like, oh, those are like crazy kooks, like whack jobs, when you would watch, you know, videos of people saying, oh yeah, like I saw, and you know, they'll tell a whole story and you're like, oh, this is just like made up for TV, for content. But then what made me believe it is, like, I was with my friend, they went on the balcony 2020 and like the heart of COVID, and they came in and they're like, Anne, you're never gonna believe this, I just saw a drone or like a UFO, something, broad daylight. It was like 3:00 in the afternoon, and it came down right in front of me, and it's like hovered there for a little bit, and then it went like, it zoomed like on this like diagonal, and then just disappeared. Like it went invisible, like disappeared. Like it was acting like there's like, they were like, there was no drone that can act this way that we know of, at least. So, and then I was like, okay, you're high. Like, oh, really? Like, I didn't believe it. And then literally 3 days later, that's when the CIA and the Pentagon and all of that shit was released, that there are UAPs and a bunch of documentation that will be released shortly. And I was like, wow, maybe there's been like an increased number of sightings happening due to the pandemic, and maybe that was real, because it was just too, you know, it was just too convenient that my friends saw it like 3 days before they released information about it. So
I see what you're saying. Well, I'm sorry, what's a UAP?
Unidentified aerial phenomenon.
Oh, I see. Okay. It's interesting. Yeah. Like, I'll definitely look into it some more, for sure.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for calling in.
Right now. I just want to say one more thing. Yes. I appreciate Winning for telling you how my name is pronounced. I appreciate that. So thank you, Winning. And also, I like the fight between Winning and Atomic. I feel like it brings spice to the stream.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if that's the spice we really care about, to be honest. It's not really on topic whatsoever. That's just some like side shit.
Yeah, it's nice side shit that's like, and then you come back to the main shit, you know? That, I don't know, that's just my opinion, but
yeah. Well, I thought you would have something to say about it, Goose. I really did. You silly goose, you.
Yeah.
Hi, Snazzy. All right. Thank you so much for calling, and thanks for your insight.
All right. Thanks, and I enjoyed.
You're welcome. I hope your friend's butt is okay.
You know what? I'll have to text him and tell him that I told this to 120 people, and now everyone has this impression of him.
I mean, you didn't name any names, so it's all good. Thank you, Goose. Thanks for calling.
I'm kidding.
All right.
Take care.
You too. All right, that was Goose, the silliest of the geese. The silliest. All right. Goose goes, so let me try to bring a giant death robot right now, really quick. Just hopefully he fixed his tech issues. Oops. Greetings, giant death robot. I hope I'm not delayed for you. I hope I'm not lagging.
No, yeah, I turned you up in Discord so I can hear you fine now. I guess.
There you go.
Yeah,
perfect.
I just had to turn up the incoming volume a lot.
Okay. We got it sorted. Perfect. Giant death robot, thanks for calling in.
Sure.
I would love to know, I mean, feel free to disclose whatever you want to disclose. The floor is yours. What do you think? Are you a believer?
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, not really. I don't think there's any like hard evidence that anything's ever come here. Did anyone mention the Drake equation at all? That's
Someone did.
Okay.
Say it again though, please.
Okay. Yeah. So the Drake equation is like basically 7 different variables. none of which we really know the answers to, multiplied together. Basically, like how many stars are there, how many of those stars have planets, how many of those planets have life or could develop life. Yeah, and then like how many of those that develop life, like how many of them have intelligent life, etc. And then how long do those civilizations continue before destroying themselves? This was created in the 60s when everyone thought we were going to die from nuclear annihilation.
Cold War.
So yeah, exactly. You multiply all of those together and you get a number. But since we don't know, basically you have to guess what every single one of those variables is. You can get any number you want by just putting in the right numbers into the equation. You can get anywhere from like 0 to, hundreds of millions of civilizations, depending on what answers you put in the equation. So
did Carl Sagan have anything to do with that?
Let's see. I mean, it's called the Drake equation because someone named Drake formulated it. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know that Sagan. It does say that he was sort of involved. He was at the conference where it was introduced on the Wikipedia article.
Okay, so Carl Sagan was at the conference. Okay.
Yeah. All right. And that sort of tells you, it gives you the odds that there's an intelligent civilization somewhere out there. And I mean, I guess there's probably something out there somewhere, but the universe is vast. Like, I don't know how many stars there are, but like more than trillions.
Okay,
like,
but Giant Death here. Listen.
Yeah.
I get that with our technology, we would not be able to travel far away. I get that. But why are you not a believer that there are other civilizations out there far, far away that are much more advanced than us, older, much more evolved, that could possibly have that technology? Somebody brought up that it's not string theory, some other theory where it's like you fold space and you can travel very quickly, like a Rubik's Cube that's been folded. I don't know what theory he said it was.
I mean, that's pure science fiction.
Oh, that's not real?
Not that
Warp theory.
Yeah, exactly. That's from Star Trek.
Oh shit, that's not real. It's not proven.
Or wormholes, I think someone said, which might exist, but
well, black holes exist, but that's not a wormhole. Yeah.
And we don't know that anything can actually go through those and not be reduced to their constituent atoms.
Yes.
So we don't really know. There might be something out there. The universe is vast, and we have no idea what's out in most of it. So they could exist somewhere. I don't think they've ever been here.
And why do you think
anyone's
that?
Ever been abducted or the aliens aren't advising the U.S. government or taking it over, or but could there be intelligent life out there somewhere? Sure. And the odds of how many intelligent civilizations there are out there is kind of anyone's guess. You can put whatever numbers you want into the Drake equation and you'll get whatever answer you want.
Okay. Why do you think no one has been able to come here? Like with science, why? What's your explanation with science?
Okay. I mean, the biggest thing is just the vast distances, right? The nearest star to us, I think someone mentioned that before, is like 4 light years away. We're not able to travel at the speed of light, and we don't think anything. Current knowledge is that nothing can travel faster than light. So even at the speed of light, it would take 4 years to get there. And the next more distant stars or even farther than that.
Mhm.
So we're talking like to get anywhere. Most places it would take centuries or thousands of years to get there. And that's the biggest. I mean, I guess there could be life that lives a lot longer than we do. But there are a lot of things that could be out there, and we just don't know.
We don't. Yeah. But so what you're saying, Giant Death Robot, as very like scientist here, you don't see any evidence of any of that sort. So this is all unknowns.
Yeah, and I'm okay with saying like I don't know. Like I don't have to say like yes or no.
Right.
There's a lot of
Okay.
Have to
Giant Death.
Mhm.
Did we go to the moon?
Yeah, of course we did. We left stuff behind on the moon that you can still see, and we brought stuff back. Apparently, the Dutch National Museum got some moon rock that was petrified. I did a Google search, but someone just gave them something that they claimed was a moon rock, and it wasn't. But yeah, we brought rocks back. We left reflectors that you can still range. Get a reflection back with a laser if you point it correctly. There's a flag that you can't see it with like most ground-based telescopes, but from space you can see it. You can actually look at the flag. So yeah, there's a lot of evidence that we've been there. And I'm hoping that we'll go there again and maybe set up a more permanent base. Elon has talked a lot about Mars, but I think the moon is the more logical next step.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
It's really not that long of a trip.
Yeah, it's what, like 2 days, I think?
Yeah.
So
and Mars is like 2 years, no? Something like that.
The launch window is open every 2 years. It's a 6-month trip used by Orbital Mechanics. And yeah, it's the planets are arranged in such a way to minimize the fuel cost, which is every 2 years. That's the launch window.
That makes sense.
And
there's water on the moon if you dig deep enough. Really? I didn't know that.
We think so, yeah, especially at the South Pole.
Ooh.
And the South Pole is situated such that it's mostly in sunlight all the time. Other parts of the moon are in darkness for like 2 weeks at a time, and in sunlight 2 weeks of the time. Out of the 2 weeks of darkness and then 2 weeks of light, like around the equator. But around the South Pole, you can get sunlight pretty much all the time.
And not just water, helium-3, which we need for fusion reactors.
Yeah, from the solar wind.
We can't find that on Earth?
It's rare. It's very rare.
Well, so we should make another trip soon.
Mm-hmm. And the moon has a ton of oxygen. The regolith is like about 45% oxygen by weight.
So why are you always wearing a spacesuit? Is it cold or hot?
Oh yeah, the oxygen is trapped in the regolith. And yeah, it's in the daytime. I think it's like 200 degrees Celsius, which is like 400 degrees Fahrenheit about.
Whoa.
And it gets down to like minus 250 degrees Celsius at night.
Cold and hot vacuum, yes. Sasquatch.
Yes. So, yeah, it's extremely hot in the sun and then extremely cold at night.
Mm-hmm.
And that night lasts for 2 weeks. So that's going to be, something that we would have to overcome in order to stay there for any length of time.
With the resources that we bring, for sure.
Mm-hmm. But the moon is rich in metal. It has a lot of iron and titanium and aluminum. all of which that we could use to build a lunar colony.
A
and because
lunar
of the
colony.
Yeah, potentially.
What would we do on this lunar colony?
Probably heavy industry. From the moon, you could, make living quarters, and then create rocket fuel and rocket parts for, infrastructure for further exploration.
Giant Death, do you mind if I bring in another caller? I'm going to bring in Atomic. Both of you
Sure.
guys are smart cookies.
Yeah, give me
Atomic.
a second.
Yeah, no worries. Greetings and welcome in, Atomic. I hope you're still here, Atomic. Earth to Atomic. The jokes tonight, guys. The jokes. We've got experts. Hi, Vegas. Paging Atomic. We've got Earth to Atomic. Hi, we've got a little chicken boy. He's actually a big chicken boy. The biggest of the chickens.
Yep, I'm still here.
Hi, Atomic. How are you?
I'm doing well.
Good. Atomic, did we go to the moon?
Absolutely.
Yeah, we went to the moon. There's evidence. And it's not fake.
Is Giant Death still on too?
He is. He's just, he BRB'd. But he's here.
Okay. Yeah, I would love to have this conversation with him. But I agree with pretty much everything he said so far.
Yeah, I'm back.
Welcome back.
The cool thing about the moon is it has 1/3 of the gravity of Earth. So you can launch much bigger payloads from the moon with much less fuel than you could from Earth. So it makes it a great place to, if you're going to do Mars exploration or something like that, it's a great place to fire rockets from.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and rocket fuel is basically just hydrogen and oxygen, and the moon is like 45% oxygen. So all we would need is the hydrogen, and you can make a ton of rocket fuel.
And hydrogen is the most common element in the universe, so it shouldn't be terribly hard to find that.
Mm-hmm.
But I like that you brought up the they're called lunar volatiles, but it's basically all the frozen stuff that's on the moon. So there's water and oxygen and a bunch of other stuff. And you'd mentioned the 2-week cycles of day and night. But you also have craters that are permanently shadowed, so they never see sunlight. And there's a lot of material in those as well, which is super cool.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
What does this mean? Play something, Saxman. There's more evidence the moon's just a spotlight. What does that mean?
I think he means that we just have a spotlight somewhere that projects the moon into the sky. It's not real.
Oh, come on. And hasn't this been debunked that it was filmed in LA? Matt, no. No, it's old film though. This was back in wait, guys, what year was this? The late 60s. Right? 70s, early 70s, whatever year they went to the moon.
69, I think. Sorry.
Yeah, and
good number.
Yeah, good number, nice number. Okay, and so they had crappy film footage back then, Matt. Come on. Yeah.
If we were to entertain this as a possibility, what would be the point?
Entertain what exactly?
If we were entertaining the idea that the moon landing was fake and done in a soundstage, what would be the point? I mean, I guess you could make an argument that it scared the Russians, but they did their own thing. So did the Russians fake their stuff too? And did they kill that dog for no reason? Rest in peace, Laika.
Yeah, I mean, if they had filmed it, they could somebody probably pocketed all the money that they budgeted to the space program for all those years, minus whatever they used to film it.
Yeah, it just doesn't make sense to me. it's Occam's razor, right? Whatever the simplest answer is most likely the right one.
Also, so many years later, it's not like this fact has been swept under the rug. This is like now like knowledge that we talk about, and there's like so much like science and mathematical equations and every like information that has been collected from the moon, from the trip to the moon, that is being used, later on. So it's not like this was just a dead end, like, oh yeah, we went, next subject. No, like a lot of shit has been built on over the years with this information too. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So,
and to me, that's kind of the sad part too, because it's not. I mean, it's not easy math. It's not like 1 + 1, but it's also not terribly difficult math to figure out how to do orbital mechanics. Anybody that has the gumption could sit down and do the same equations and come to the same conclusions.
Right. Welcome in, my Thai guy. You and me both. No, I'm okay. Okay, I want to ask all of the naysayers in chat. My Thai guy, welcome in. We're talking aliens, currently talking, did we go to the moon? I want to ask Matt, I don't know if Riggs is still here, but whoever thinks that we didn't, right? Who told you this? Like, where did you get this information from? That's what I want to know.
And also, Robot, I appreciate you bringing up the reflectors on the moon that you can laser range, and I believe you can see the well, it's bleached to white now, but I believe you can see the flag with just a regular telescope as well.
I don't know if you can see it from Earth, from what I read, unless you had like, I guess maybe like a big institutional telescope, maybe. But even then, there's, I think, probably enough atmospheric distortion that it wouldn't be visible.
All right, fair enough. But you can definitely ping the laser rangefinders.
Yeah, and you can see the flag from space. We have, I think, a satellite around the moon, and probably Hubble could do it too if it were pointed in the right direction.
It's so close that you can see shit on the moon. You can see the craters with your naked eye on a good day. Mm-hmm. Like on the moon. Like, you're not going to see a flag without a telescope. I'm not that crazy. But what I'm saying is it's that close that you can, with a telescope, you can probably see everything on the moon.
And I wasn't kidding. Buzz Aldrin, I'm not sure if he's still alive or not, but he will definitely punch you in the face if you imply that the moon landing was fake, because he did it before.
That's insane, because imagine, chat, like, that's your pride and joy, like, that's, you know what I mean, like, that's what you're saying, that's your legacy that you're leaving behind, and then there's people being like, nah, you didn't go, like, yeah.
The other thing that frankly kind of offends me is, Apollo 1, those guys burned to death.
Yeah.
They gave their lives for this space program, and to diminish what they gave to move this country forward is frankly despicable.
Correct. That's a whole nother point too, Atomic. There haven't been all successful flights. It hasn't been all peachy keen to get there. There has been a lot, I think even more failed attempts to go than there has been good ones, if I'm not mistaken. But it's been hit and miss.
I mean, the successful missions have far outweighed the bad ones, but the bad ones are really bad,
Yes.
Like we lost the Challenger. I want to say Discovery. It may have been Endeavour. I can't remember. Or Columbia. Maybe it was Columbia. Robot, correct me if I'm wrong. But,
Yeah, I think it was Columbia. Yeah, rockets are like 95% fuel, so
yeah.
there are no small accidents
Yeah.
On what's essentially a giant bomb. Like pretty much every I remember playing some games about space exploration, and like anytime there was a mechanical error, like it was pretty much always bad news. It was only, whether it was really bad news or like something absolutely catastrophic, like just the immediate loss of the spacecraft.
Okay, Atomic and Giant Death Robot. I just want to tell chat because I didn't bring it up yet. And these are experts, chat, who are talking here. Like, should I say it? Can I say it, guys? I just want to ask before I say it. Both of you guys. So, Giant Death, I think you interned at NASA.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And Atomic, I think you worked alongside NASA, something to that extent. So, do you want to explain a little bit? Like, these are not just layman people like talking here. These are we have an expert panel.
Oh yeah, go for it, Rocket. Tell the people how awesome you are.
I mean, to be fair, I was a computer programmer rather than like like an aeronautic engineer. So my interest is more of like, it's just I'm just interested in it, rather than. But yeah, I'm really into space. I played a lot of Kerbal Space Program, and yeah, ever since I was a kid, I've been into space, and lately I've been reading a lot of content about like technology has advanced to the point where like setting up a lunar colony isn't out of the question, and I've been looking up research on how we might go about doing that and how we might start industry on the moon. So that's kind of my interest recently.
That's some very cool stuff. I always imagine, what kind of things could we manufacture on the moon? Like, what kind of, if we don't have gravity or the same gravitation as we do on Earth, what kind of things could we do with that? That just seems so awesome.
Well, one of the things is that one of the ideas that I read was basically fractional distillation. So what you can do is take regolith, and it will actually melt at a much lower temperature because the atmospheric pressure is basically zero. And then to the point where you might actually be able to use solar mirrors rather than electricity to melt the regolith. And then in the same way that you would distill like oil, like heavy oil and light oil and gasoline in different like columns, you could do that to distill essentially, because the pressure is so low, when you melt the regolith, it goes straight to gas, and then you can have different points with varying temperatures and pressures to distill the various components of the regolith into like pure aluminum, pure iron, pure titanium, etc. And then from there, you can turn it into whatever you want.
Yeah, that's pretty amazing.
Yeah, no one's. I don't think anyone's built a working prototype of that because we don't have the temperature and pressure here. So that might take some doing to actually simulate those conditions. But it seems like it's really promising. And then once you have iron, you can add carbon from Earth.
Make steel?
To make steel, yeah. With aluminum, you can make a lot of stuff. Silica is also pretty common on the moon. That's useful in solar panels. And once you have all of that stuff, you have the basis of an industrial economy.
Yeah, and the benefit of solar on the moon is there is no atmosphere, so there's no clouds to block all of those photons and everything like that. So if you build really good solar panels, you get a pretty good return on the energy that's coming from the sun for that. So
yeah, and it's not like there's anything else out there. We can just put them wherever. Land is basically free on the moon. So, you could spread out miles of panels to make enormous amounts of electricity. Oh yeah, go ahead.
When it comes to the moon, so how does that work? It's whoever lands there first just gets to kind of take. How does the like put your flag down and that's yours? How does that work? Does anyone know?
There's actually an international treaty that says nobody can own land in space.
Oh,
so you can't own the moon, you can't own Mars. Whether people adhere to that or not, that remains to be seen. But
the Outer Space Treaty of, I think, 1967.
Gibbs, guys, we got a raid. Hey, welcome in the Gibberonis. Gibberonis! Welcome in, Admiral Gibbs and Raiders. Thank you so much for the raid, Gibbs. I'm so excited.
That sounds like a really good pizza topping.
Gibberoni and cheese. Yeah. Gundam. Wow. Welcome in, Gundam. Gibbs, thank you so much for the raid. I'm so excited to be a judge on your stream tomorrow at 7:30 Central, 8:30 Eastern Time. Tomorrow, so check me out there. I will not be live Wednesdays. I take Wednesdays off, but I will be a judge on Admiral Gibbs' stream tomorrow. This is perfect timing, Gibbs. Admiral Gibbs stream. If you want to check out Hot and Streamy tomorrow, please tune into Admiral Gibbs. Drop him a follow. He is a political, mainly political streamer. So he does a lot of like Twitch polls and shit like that. So tomorrow, this is kind of why I'm talking about space and aliens and all of that stuff today. Because tomorrow, the topic, I'm not sure if he wants to tell you what the topic is. Woo. I'm not sure what he wants to tell you what the topic is, but it has to do with shit like this tomorrow. You're welcome. You're ready for tomorrow. So can I say what the topic is tomorrow, approximately, or is it a secret? I don't want to, like, divulge too much. If it's a secret, I'm not sure. I'm just a judge. I'm just a judge for the debates. But it should be good. So tune in tomorrow on Admiral Gibbs stream, 8:30 Eastern, 7:30 Central, for a debate regarding shit like this. Okay? All right. So, sorry to cut you off, guys. A couple more minutes with the two of you, and then I want to get to the rest of the callers, okay? So.
Yeah, so the Outer Space Treaty prohibits anyone from owning stuff in space, but it was signed back in 1967 when there was no possibility that anyone could own anything in space anyway. Mm-hmm. And once that's no longer the case, who can say if people will hold to that treaty?
That's
still
true.
Kind of an open question.
That's not even the wild, wild west anymore. At that point, you just you only have limited amount of resources. So it's like, you really have to strategically figure out your fights at that point. Because, you know what I mean? So it's like, yeah. So at that point, but.
Yeah, mm-hmm. Oh, and strategically, whoever owns the high ground, can control what happens on Earth. Simple kinetics, like if you can launch just big rocks from the moon into orbit, it's easy to drop them onto Earth.
The rods of God, right?
Yeah, exactly. Or even just a big rock. Just the kinetic energy of dropping it, out of the gravity well. You could obliterate any city on Earth. So people are going to want the moon. One, to deny it to other people, and two, to maybe use it offensively.
Well, also the natural resources that you're saying, because of the way that that's working. So
yeah.
It's definitely going to be very hard to get insurance on the moon. Gundam, for sure. Yeah.
And for you, those of you that do not know, the rods of God was this idea by the Department of Defense where they would have satellites that would basically shoot giant metal rods, and they weren't explosive. Like they didn't have bomb warheads or anything on them. It's just the kinetic energy from them hitting the ground would be so devastating. So yeah, it's an idea that's been around for a while.
Yeah, and if you have access to more mass, like say an entire moon, you can
Right.
drop. Yeah, instead of a rod of God, it's just like a giant dinosaur-killing asteroid of God.
Yeah, it's like the balls of God. Dropping giant nuggets down on Earth.
Steel, balls of steel. Can I be next, please? Yes, you may, Brett. Yes, you may.
And
Yeah.
if I can interject here, I'm just kind of pimping myself here, but so my background is in aerospace engineering and computer science. I've also done some NASA adjacent work and have a couple of peer-reviewed papers about missions to the moon and missions to Mars. So that's
So it's real. So you're saying it's real, Atomic?
it's all real. It's real.
Yeah.
I sometimes I think that my life is so magnificent in some ways that people think I'm just lying, but I'm not. I promise you it's shitty in other ways, but
Same. I could write a book. I just choose not to really say. I've lived a crazy life, guys. I really have. So I think we all have in different ways, right?
yeah, agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed. The human experience is an amazing thing.
He
And
was
a
paid to
terrifying thing.
lie to us. See, there's always gonna be naysayers, Lunden. It kills me, man. It just kills me. Oh God. Yeah. So
I don't know. I'm
Dude.
not that cheap. They'd have to pay me a lot to lie to you.
Aha. So I'm like a phoenix, Scorpion, like a phoenix. So, Atomic, Giant Death Robot, thank you so much for coming on with your expert insight on the topics. It was wonderful. So glad I could have you here.
Giant Death Robot, it's been a pleasure talking to you. I love hearing your perspective and love to talk to you some more. Maybe we can do a panel or something like that someday.
Sure. Yeah, just hit me up on Twitch or Discord or whatever. And yeah, thanks for having me on. It was
You're
fun.
very welcome. Yeah. Thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate it. Great content. All right. She you guys. She you. We have to get to the other callers now. So, let's bring on Brett Savage really quick. And then I think the Monster King. Oh shit, Mr. Joe. Okay, let's bring on Brett Savage really quick, and then Mr. Joe. Mr. Joe, I do owe you. You've been there a long time. Okay, Brett Savage, welcome in.
What's up? How you doing?
I'm doing amazing. Thank you for calling in. Thanks for waiting, Brett. Nice to see you.
I'm just chilling in Phoenix, Arizona. At my
Wonderful.
Airbnb.
Oh, you living the life, Brett. Brett.
Well, I paid $1,250 a month for it, so
you get what you pay for.
yep.
Yeah.
I
So
got the
listen,
master
Brett.
bedroom. Yeah.
Have you in Phoenix, Arizona, ever see any drones or any UAPs, or do you believe in intelligent life on this planet other than humans, or what?
Of course, I believe in aliens. It's the only way possible for us to really know, but not know that we might not be the only ones in this whole entire damn universe, which is so big. It's just a virtual impossibility. It's like when the Native Americans in North America were here and people were in Europe, and the Native Americans didn't even know about the people in Europe. It's like, then they saw them, they thought they were the aliens, and pretty much like that.
That's a good point, Brett. So he's bringing up history, chat. like, you know what? Sometimes, like, you only believe, back in the day, you were like, oh, you only believed that your particular, like, town, a couple villages around you, that was all there was, right? As far as the eye could see. Yeah.
And like the Middle East area of where basically the Jesus and stuff was happening and whatnot, and all the other people in the Bible, how can that one specific area be justified to tell the rest of the world that they got to believe in a certain God when it was just in that certain sect that it was based in? It's complete madness, is what I tell you.
I agree. I absolutely agree with you.
And the world is not flat. It's a globular object in the sky.
You're not a flat earther? Good to know.
No, fuck them idiots. They're dumb as doornails.
You heard it here first, chat.
And especially when you were wearing that all leopard outfit. God, you were, wow.
You're still talking about that cougar outfit, Brett.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Because if you were my girlfriend, I would want to just hug you in that outfit, cuddle with you in that outfit, rest my hands over your body in that outfit, and kiss your body in that outfit.
Well, Brett, what can I say? Maybe I'll be a cougar for Halloween. We'll see. We'll see.
A cougar?
That was the outfit. It was a cougar.
Oh, cougar! I thought you said cougar with a C on it.
You know, cougar, like the cat.
Yeah, and especially going to the moon. Yeah, we've been to the moon. I wouldn't doubt those two of the guys that you had on before because of their NASA experience and
yes,
other.
I'm so lucky that I have two viewers in chat that actually have some affiliation with NASA, and like
that's even better.
Yeah. Riggs is still saying made in a Hollywood basement. Riggs.
No, it's not made in a Hollywood basement, you dumbass.
Well, he's not a dumbass. There's a lot of people that don't believe it. Matt also doesn't believe it.
He's a silly human. What does he know?
Riggs is right, bro. And I swear, there's another streamer that doesn't believe it as well. So I know it's a thing. So, can't believe. Yes.
Which streamer is that one that doesn't believe that?
Well, I'm not going to name any names. But
what does he look like?
I'm not going to tell you what they look like. But I promise you, I'm not lying. They don't believe that we went to the moon. But they are a Trumper. Let's put it that way.
No wonder they're dumbass.
Well, I'm not getting political. I'm not getting political, but that might have something to do with it. It might have something to do with it.
And I believe chat Saturn says he wants me to show chat my tongue trick.
Well, you're not on it would just be me. He's just joking with you.
Well, I thought the rest of us wanted to see my tongue trick.
No one can see your tongue trick. It's just a call-in show. He was just kidding. Yeah, we just hear your voice. Yeah. But Brett, thank you so much for calling in tonight. I'm going to move on. We have a couple other callers in queue. But we'll see you in the stream. Take care.
All right.
Thank you. All right. So that was Brett Savage. Junk trick, his tongue trick. He does a trick with his tongue. Gundam. You're missing a lot. A whole lot. All right, let's bring on Mr. Joe because he has patiently been waiting. Mr. Joe, I hope you're still here. Mr. Joe, greetings and welcome.
Hello.
Hi, thank you so much for waiting. I'm so sorry for keeping you.
Nope, it's fine.
Okay, good. Well, I mean, you were watching the stream anyways, so.
Yes, I'm also playing a video game, but...
Multitasker extraordinaire.
Exactly. Yep.
Mr. Joe, tell us, what's your take? Do they exist? Are they out there?
On the aliens? Yeah, I think probably. I don't know if they're on Earth or not, but I think, I think I don't know. I've seen some pretty validating evidence. Like, I mean, are you into aliens? Or?
I mean, I'm not like diehard with it. I would like to believe it, but like I can be swayed. I can be swayed. So like I'm not like I haven't seen anything with my own eyes ever.
Right.
Every piece of information that we get released from the government is kind of like wishy-washy. There was that stupid alien body 2 years ago and Mexico said it was real, which it was clearly a hoax. There's been a lot of hoaxes out there. I mean, I'm not entirely convinced, to put it lightly.
Right. I think one of the main things that is sort of convincing me is like the credible sightings from the well, one of them mainly was the Commander David Fraser. He was like I don't know, he was a Navy fighter pilot. I think he was like a full-bird colonel, and he witnessed things and caught it on his jet video infrared type shit. And I saw that footage, and it was like thrown all over the news and stuff like that. And I thought that was pretty interesting. And then they decided to have him sit in front of Congress and testify towards like the validity of it. And
I remember
there were
that.
also, yeah. I think that when was that? That was a few years ago or something.
Just a couple of years ago, and that was it. Was that the Supreme Court?
No, that was just Congress.
Oh, Congress. Okay.
Yeah.
And he listen, he is a well-decorated military man. Like,
that is true. Yeah.
Yes. So for him to lie and just like he should have some integrity. For him to just make something up, it would be outlandish. Like, you know, I mean, it's not.
I mean, they definitely have those people that could do that, you know. So I mean, if they have an agenda, it's like, why would they want to fake an alien sighting? Or it wasn't even an alien sighting; it was a mystery flying aircraft.
A UAP. Is this the one where it would land in the ocean and kind of like go down in the ocean?
I haven't seen a video of that, but I've heard stories of apparently like submarines identifying like huge moving vessels underground that I don't know, it could have been another submarine. I never saw any video of the sonar that they had, but yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
Don't know.
Do you believe we went to the moon?
Probably. Yeah. What were there like? There were like 18 moon missions.
I don't know. How many moon missions were there, chat? A lot. To make all that up is insane, no? Thank you for the follow. Offended bunny. A lot. A lot. Okay. Mr. Joe. 13 or 14 moon missions.
13 or 14. Yep.
16. Atomic's saying 16.
I don't know.
First one was
I think
a
they were
test.
18. We'll just say 18.
The test was a failed mission.
First one?
Yeah.
Interesting.
I love the movie Apollo 13. Very sad. So,
I never saw that one.
Mr. Joe,
Yeah.
Only 6 missions of actual moon landing, though.
Okay.
Still, that's a lot.
Would you
Half
be
a dozen.
an astronaut?
Pardon me?
Would you be an astronaut?
I feel like my G-force is not strong enough for that shit. Like, I start to pass out with roller coasters. Seriously. I don't do well with the G-force situation. Seriously, I have had to stop roller coasters before because I don't do well with them. I had a traumatic experience though as a kid. I almost fell out of one, so I get really like squeamish. But I just don't feel like every person is cut out physically to be an astronaut. You really do have to have a lot of like physical endurance and have great, and even as a fighter pilot as well, you need great G-force. You know what I mean? Like otherwise you will literally pass out. And
yeah, a lot of fighter pilots actually turn into astronauts because they want pilots
well conditioned for that.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Well,
absolutely.
There's a role for
because it's not normal, man.
Teams, right?
Yeah, like I would be unconscious long before that shit happened. I already know. I would. I would not make it.
You could probably do it. Maybe if they have like a slow jet or something. I know there's this one new company that flies a plane like as high as they can go, and then they'll drop a pod which will jettison into orbit. So I don't.
If I had the opportunity maybe to go with like SpaceX or something just kind of out of the atmosphere, I might do that. I might try it. A tour of it, but nothing too risky. So, hi, welcome in, Shaden. So, Neil Armstrong, Buzz Aldrin, and Michael Collins were all test pilots. They wanted to go as fast as they could, as loud as they could. Yeah, bless their heart. Bless their heart. That's not me. That's not me. What about you, Mr. Joe? Would you... How do you do with G-force?
Never tested it. I think I was good on roller coasters though, so I didn't pass out on those. But
yeah,
I don't think many people will get the option to go up there. I think I would if I could, but yeah, I think how many people have gone into space? Probably very few.
Right.
So.
What about the guys that float up in the high altitude balloons and then jump? I've gone bungee jumping. Okay, like I'm not scared of adrenaline sports. Thanks for the follow. A bunch of Chinese. Happy Chinese New Year! Gong hei fat choi. Hello. But so like I've done bungee jumping, which was actually terrifying. I've never jumped out of a plane, but I'm not scared of adrenaline. But like when I'm talking about G-force, atmospheric pressure, I will knock out. Like I will go unconscious, and I can't stop that. Like that's just beyond my control. So, yeah. Oh, bungee jumping was very scary. I did it though, and it was great. The adrenaline rush afterward was fucking chef's kiss. Better than a lot of drugs I've ever taken. The adrenaline. That high of like being like is great, but it's actually terrifying. It's actually terrifying to do it because you're not, you see, with a roller coaster, you're harnessed in. You might be dropping, but you're not moving forward, backward, left, right. When you're bungee jumping or jumping out of a plane, you have no like center of gravity. So you're like moving in any which way, and that's the terrifying part. Caveman, don't get me wrong, I've bungee jumped before, and it was great. I didn't like lose my consciousness or anything like that. But it's scary. It was terrifying. That's what makes it fun. That's the adrenaline that you get. that adrenaline rush. And that adrenaline rush lasts for like 20 minutes, half an hour after you jump, right? Like you're on a high afterward, which is quite nice. Okay, Mr. Joe, thank you so much for calling in. I appreciate it. And we'll see you in chat.
Sounds good.
All right, take care. All right, let's bring in the next caller, the Monster King. Greetings and welcome in, Monster.
Hello, Anne. It's always a pleasure to hear your voice.
Always a pleasure to hear yours as well, Monster King. We would love to know what you think about extraterrestrials. Do they exist? What's your take?
Oh my, what a question. So I'm gonna say no, in the sense that they're not as, whenever we think of aliens right away, we tend to think of, the grays or the green ones with the big eyes and the big heads. And those are from Close Encounters, the movie, and Pinsky tapes and things like that we as humans have created and perpetuated to the idea of this is what aliens are. I believe there's alien life out there, but I do believe it's going to be more bacterial form or maybe creature form, but I don't think it's going to be walking on two legs up to you with these eyes, and that I don't believe. But I do believe there's creatures out there, 100%. But just not in the sense that just we as humans perpetuate them to be in Hollywood.
Okay, that's a fair, valid, extremely valid point. But may I ask you, why?
You may. Why do I believe this?
Why don't you believe there are creatures that are intelligent walking around? Excuse me.
So basically, like Superman, that's the idea, because he's an alien. Like, there's a Krypton planet where there's humanoids walking around and they could visit Earth or do the same thing that we're doing, trying to get off of our planet to go to another.
Yes.
I don't know. I'm not that. I don't know. It's just a hard thing to wrap the mind around, because it's one of those things where what's so cool about this question is in our mind, there's a yes or no answer, but we are a tiny thread on a big old rug blanket. We cannot see what this thing looks like. You know what I'm saying? In terms of the cosmics of the universe, aliens, et cetera, et cetera. So it's like, that's what's fun about this question is it's all subjective. But for me, I don't know. I don't really like the idea of somebody showing up and looking like me, and I'm just like, hey, man.
So it's your fear of not wanting it to be out there that's driving you with that,
I don't think so, because it's more like, it's one of those things where you just think, you don't want to think too hard about it, because we're all going through our daily routines, right? We go to work, come home, go on Twitch, play video games, whatever, right?
Yes.
But every now and then, at least once or twice a year, we're looking up at the stars and our minds go. And we start extrapolating ideas. What's beyond all these stars? What's beyond all these planets? What's beyond this and that? And my mind, I really don't like doing that, because that very much induces my anxiety. So if anything, this is all anxiety based. But I'm not saying they're not out there. I'm just saying they're not going to look like us. Like, I really doubt they're not going to look like us.
I don't think they would look like us either. No. Because they're not from our planet. So why would they look like us?
So I'm saying if they're a creature walking around of some sort, but I'm just saying, I don't know what I'm getting at. I'm just saying I don't believe.
Okay. That's fair. But you do believe there is some form of life on other planets, but not intelligent.
Do I believe there's could be District 9 insect-looking things up there? Yeah.
Okay, what about intelligent life on planets far, far away, distant planets? Or not at all?
I think it's so difficult to convey. It's like looking at ants when they're building a colony. They can lift, 1,000 times their weight. They have infrastructures that they design in the course of 24 hours if you put them in an ant farm. Technically, they are smarter than us in a way, in terms of construction. So I think that they are out there, but I still think they're going to be more, like I said, creature form. And they will be smarter than us in some things, but at the end of the day, I don't want to discredit the human race and be like, there's something smarter out there,
Well, that's true. We may be more empathetic. We may have more of this or that. Of course. For sure. They would be different.
Yeah. I like the idea. I do. You touched upon it earlier. I personally think all this captured footage that we have on Earth today of aliens, I think it's just bullshit. Like, I've gone through every YouTube video, like, usually around Halloween I do it, of whether it be the Loch Ness Monster, Bigfoot, aliens. Do you ever notice they all tend to not be 4K footage, and we have 4K cameras? They're all grainy, or you can just barely make it out, or it goes by way too fast, and you have to go back and slow it down for that one frame that just happens to be clear. It's like...
Here's the thing, Monster. The best camera that you have is the one that you have with you. What do you normally have with you? Your phone. You're not going to have a 4K camera in your pocket.
You have a 4K camera on your phone right now. Which phone do you have?
Oh, is this 4K? iPhone?
Yes.
I feel like most of the videos are taken by a phone.
Well, the ones I'm looking at are filmed with a freaking Super 8 camera from 1980. You know? It's like, it's too grainy. It wouldn't be grainy. Everybody's phone would be out, and we'd be getting the details. Because, I don't know, think of something you believe. Like, cars are going around everywhere, right? You believe in cars because you see cars every day. But we've been around so long, and we've been trying to just get a photo of a real alien. If it hasn't crossed our paths now, I don't know. Because otherwise we'd believe in it, you know, if it was real.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that's a very good point. That's a good point, Monster. I'm with you on that. Everything you're saying makes sense.
I was getting nervous. I get nervous when I don't know why, but I get nervous when you say my name, like, after a sentence, or it's like, let me ask you a question, Monster. And I'm like, oh, that sounded like she's going to hit me.
No. Again, chat, there's no right or wrong answers tonight. There's a lot of different answers, and I love, like, that's why topics like this are the best, because we don't know what the answer is. So, and B, like, everyone has a difference of opinion. It's so vast. So,
can I tell you something that's not an opinion?
Go ahead.
The moon landing did happen.
There are multiple people in
100% it happened. And I'll tell you why. Those 3 astronauts, they risked their lives to go up. So there were over 10,000 people that saw this actual spaceship on the ground go up, them enter, and then just because they didn't have external footage being recorded of them in space landing the thing, we're going to poke holes in that? Nah, I can't get behind that.
Do you think the footage, I just want to, like, play devil's advocate here.
If the footage is real.
Okay,
let me say this.
It's grainy, but that's footage from 1969, right?
This is my point, and I forget who said it. It was either Atomic or someone else, but it's the idea, and this is my version of it, regardless if it's real or not real,
right?
What harm comes from it? Because the only thing that comes from that is the belief in space and the beliefs that we can do greater goods and go beyond the stars. So even if you're like, no, that wasn't real, you still get people thinking the same concept that Buzz Aldrin put out there and Neil Armstrong put out there, that there is something beyond the stars and we're doing it. So whether you believe it's fake or real, the belief will still say the same, that we can do greater things. And we did. We ended up going to the moon multiple times. So I don't know. I mean, I saw William Shatner smiling in space. If you look up that footage is just hilarious. He's just floating around having a good old time.
He was an old man. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and he was like, oh my gosh. Like, he's a kid in a candy store. And it's like, okay, they can say that's real because they got the actual footage from point A to point B. But they're saying back in the 70s, they literally rode a rocket off the ground, 500 million televised on their TVs, black and white, and then landed somewhere in LA or a film studio to film this stuff, and then launched the spaceship again and landed back. Like, it doesn't. No, we're not entertaining that. And even if, again, it's a hard subject to cover because people have lost their lives doing this, and these are heroes, American heroes. They're up there with the Navy, they're up there with the Army, they're up there with everyone. So it's about paying respect and not like poking holes in something where people have died. But at the end of the day, it all sends out the same message.
What can you see the wires in it?
But again, that goes to
the footage?
it goes to my point. Even if whoever said you can see the wires, right?
Yeah.
Is right. They're 100%. There's wires. It's debunked. It's faked. We still were inspired by them to go beyond. You know what I'm saying? So no matter what, it's a win-win argument. Both sides are winning because you're still aspiring to do greatness because of what they did or did not do. But I'm saying 100% for a fact. They did this.
All right. Okay, Monster. Thank you so much for calling in.
I can't breathe.
No, that's okay. That's okay. I'm glad you're passionate. That's a good thing.
Yeah. Last bit. And I got nervous earlier because the guy brought up, you know how they brought up doing your, debate dates or whatever?
E-dates, yeah.
Yeah, I was there and I was like, oh, he's going to ask. He didn't ask. And I was like, I'll say this. You know me. You know I've worked with a lot of people on Twitch. You're the only person I'm planning on asking you this in 2025. Are you ready?
Okay, shoot.
Anne, will you be my Valentine?
Oh my god, Monster!
Mm-hmm.
Why you gotta put me on the spot like that?
I'm putting you on the spot. What do I have to
do as your Valentine?
Nothing. That's the beauty of it. You just have to be my Valentine.
Oh, I can be your Valentine. Can I be multiple people's Valentines?
See, I don't like that answer, but yes, sure. If you want to sleep around, go ahead.
Okay, well, I mean, I don't know if I
No, because I know a lot of people, I know a lot of streamers tend to do some type of goal to be my Valentine, but I just wanted to let you know, we'll say this. For my channel, will you be my Valentine?
I will.
There we go.
I am streaming on Valentine's Day on my own stream, so I can't commit because I'm going to be honest. People have already asked me to.
Oh no, you don't have to come on. You don't have to come on.
Okay,
I was making that easier for you, so you don't feel like the lackluster to be like, Monster. I did this game and I had a Valentine.
Valentine timing. No, I will be your Valentine, Monster. Okay.
Boom. I love it.
All right, Monster. Thank you so much for coming on. And we'll see you later. See you in chat.
See you later.
Thank you. All right, that was the Monster King. Let's bring on, I think Blood was here first, and then the last caller tonight is Cold as Spoon. Blood, thank you so much for patiently waiting. Thanks for being here and watching the show, Blood. Hi.
What's up?
Not much. How are you, Blood?
Good. How about you?
I'm doing amazing, Blood. It's been a very heated topic tonight. What do you think about extraterrestrials? Do they exist?
No.
Not at all.
No. I wish I know you taking a break from this, but on this there can be a yes or a no whenever you get back to that around. Can you host me a dating show after you get done taking a break from it?
Yes. Blood, I already promised you. And I am a woman of my word, Blood. I promise you, pinky promise, that when I do the e-dates, I promise you will be a date, okay? I promise. Okay. I'm not fucking with you. Okay?
Okay, and I don't really have nothing tonight. Because I just have a bad day today and I'm tired and I got work in the morning.
Okay, Blood, I'll let you go. It's very late. Thank you. Blood literally held out just to solidify that he will be an e-date when I start the e-dates back up again. Blood, perseverance, my friend. No, do not apologize. Listen, I think that's very admirable about you, so thanks, Blood. Thank you so much for waiting and watching.
Of course, you look pretty and gorgeous as usual, and I like it very much.
Thank you, Blood. Thank you. I hope you have a good day tomorrow. I know you have an early day, so I'll let you go, let you get some rest. Take care, and we'll see you on Thursday on the next stream.
Okay, bye-bye.
Good night.
Good night.
All right, that was Blood. How sweet is he? He's so sweet, man. Love to Blood. Blood is thicker than water. Last guest of the night, the coldest spoon. Ooh. Greetings and welcome in the coldest spoon.
Hello, g'day.
Hi. Oh, hello. Are you from Australia?
Yeah, I'm a fucking Aussie. Right, so.
Right.
I
Go.
I do believe that there are aliens per se. And the main reason that I believe that is, for one thing, look at fucking Earth, right? We got fungus and shit that came on fucking asteroids.
Right.
Been proven, everything, and the distinction between plants and fungus and between humans and fungus. Well, sorry, the distinction between a human and fungus is closer than the distinction between a plant and fungus. Right? So we're closer to things that came from space than fucking things that we consider to be older than us.
Aren't we
Right.
all just made of stardust at the end of the day?
Well, yeah, obviously. But then there's also, I noticed that one of your previous guests brought up the whole greys and all that stuff. Now, here's a fucking, I guarantee people are going to think I'm a fucking schizo for this sort of shit, and I probably fucking am. So I believe, and this is sort of my own thing, has been brought up to me by people that I've spoken to about this stuff, because we're all sort of schizos and shit. So we have sort of come to the conclusion that the Greys aren't aliens in the traditional sense. They're not space travelers, they're more time travelers sort of thing. So they're very, because of like the physiognomy of them and all that sort of stuff, they're very similar to what humans are now, just sort of elongated. So obviously the theory goes that that sometime in the future humans nuke themselves, because originally we came from some other place that probably got destroyed, and we've fucking come here. So eventually nukes go off, all the people who can't escape the planet go underground, become greys, and then eventually they develop the ability to travel through time.
Wait. I lost you at they're underground, and then they eventually
develop the technology to travel back in time to try and warn us not to fucking nuke ourselves.
Valid point. Very valid point, because nukes can destroy, you see, all of civilization. I've been watching interviews with Elon Musk. He's terrified of nukes.
Oh no, this has got nothing to do with Elon Musk or anything.
I know, but
goes
nukes
all the way back to the 1950s. But yeah.
It's still a real threat, though. Nukes are still a real threat.
Definitely.
To obliterate civilization. Yes.
Well, yeah, definitely. And there's also obviously the theory that humans originated from a different planet, and we nuked that planet, and we came here and started a civilization. I don't know about that one, but theory. I do think, considering, I mean, other than obviously the fungus, the greys, all that sort of shit going on, I do think, considering just how unimaginably massive space is, and just how fucking like inconceivably old it is, there has to be, like, statistically speaking, right?
Mathematically speaking, yeah,
right? Statistically speaking, there has to be two aliens out there sitting on a fucking call through their version of the internet, having this exact same fucking conversation,
drinking a beer right now. Come on,
right?
There's no
guaranteed. Like it has to be a reality, considering just like how unknowable everything is.
Trillions of stars out there, like, Gertie, and DJ Booters. Come on.
Yeah. And not to make, what is it? I think there's more neurons in the human brain than there are stars in the Milky Way galaxy, or some shit like that. So realistically,
you mean
there
more
has to be,
stars
like,
in the Milky Way galaxy than neurons in the brain?
Or yeah, the other way around, right?
Mm-hmm.
So there has to be like levels to this shit, right?
Like an onion. There's layers to this shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Shrek.
Right, and obviously there's the whole black hole theory of like there's different universes compacted inside black holes and stuff like that. But I can almost with 100%, well, not 100%, but almost guarantee that somewhere out there has to be intelligent life.
Welcome in, Thrasher. Nice to see you,
has to be.
Thrasher. You did come in at the right time, but I'm ending momentarily. But, and Coldest Spoon, black holes are proven through math. They do exist. Now, what Giant Death Robot?
Well, yeah, we've got a picture of it now, don't we?
We do, but there's no guarantee that whatever goes through that black hole is not like the atoms are not just.
They don't know where they go.
Well, they're probably just
or what happens
disintegrated.
It's theorized that it gets. Yeah, it's theorized that everything gets just destroyed,
obliterated. Yeah.
Yeah, there's also that theory.
But
of,
black holes are a thing. That is facts.
They are. They definitely are a thing. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
But
there's something else that time portal situation that someone said that they said that they did research and that one was found on Earth. Guys, what did someone say earlier? Whatever it is. It's
I don't know about that.
Yeah. Someone mentioned it earlier.
There is also that theory that black holes can get so sort of powerful that at a certain point they start to distort time. Because obviously time is a linear thing, but something being completely demolished you'd have to assume that time would be distorted within it.
It takes 100,000 years
to get for light to get from one side of our galaxy to the other, and that's just exactly
our galaxy.
Like, all of so-called creation or whatever you believe in is so just unfathomably huge.
Interstellar was based on this on theory. Yes. Mods, can we shout out Thrasher XCV, please? Can everyone go drop her a follow? She's a wonderful streamer. I follow her on Instagram.
On the theory of
she's
the dilation
beautiful as
of
well.
time
She's
through black holes,
she's Canadian. She's French Canadian, and
I think there was a fucking another movie called High Life or something that had the same theory in it. But it's definitely an interesting theory. Don't go down that rabbit hole. I've gone down that autistic rabbit hole before, and it's Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
What else was there? Let's see. Fuck. So many fucking other theories that are out there, but I do genuinely in my heart of hearts think that there has to be just something out there. Oh, that's right. If we ever something I do want to a question I do want to pose to you and to the community you have is that if that's okay for me to ask, just a question.
Yeah, of course.
Right. So, for yourself and your community, do you think that if humans ever do make it out to the stars and we find other intelligent civilizations, we will wipe them out simply because we are made in the face of God and they're not?
Are you a God-fearing man?
I'm not a God-fearing man. I fear humans, and I fear the destruction that we can bring.
Okay, that's a valid point. That is a valid point.
Because the other thing is also that obviously if there are intelligent civilizations out there, they might have the same idea.
So that they are God-fearing or creation-fearing.
Well, they're more like created in the likeness of their God, and they'll believe that anything other than them is heresy or something. Do we not all have the same creator? Well, that's the thing. That's the question, isn't it? Like, will we all share the same creator?
Mm-hmm.
Or will they out there? Because the thing is, obviously, I brought up the whole fungus being pretty much lobbed at Earth.
Mm-hmm.
Who sent it? Because it could just be galactic fucking things, or it could be like a giant fucking experiment. I'm going into a schizo fucking rant here. I know that.
That's a good point. Coldest Spoon, who knows who sent it? It could be the way that the winds were blowing that night, right? Like just
or it could be some intelligent design, or
it could have been.
That sort of thing. It could have literally just been the center of the universe is some fucking intelligent deity and just went, right, random bullshit, go in every direction and see what fucking happens.
Right.
But yeah,
I mean, the vastness of the universe, right?
Yeah, obviously intelligent life has to exist somewhere other than where we are now. Obviously, that comes down to what you define as intelligence. Because a lot of people would say that, say dogs are intelligent or dolphins are intelligent, cats are that sort of thing. It all depends on your personal definition of what intelligence is. Probably the most basic definition would be it has a fucking brain. So there's a very high chance that there's intelligent life out there.
Coldest Spoon, I mean, we have the facts that there has been fungi that has come on space rocks. That's facts, right? We don't know.
There's fungus that can navigate mazes and shit. Like, it's actually smart.
That is true. I mean, but who sent it? I mean, nobody knows those answers, right? It's just, does it exist or does it not exist? Is it fact or is it not fact? Is it there or is it not there? Like, who's behind it? I think
that's the thing that scares people.
Yeah.
Which, personally, I guarantee that I'm not going to live long enough to fucking find out those answers, but I do hope that my descendants or whoever ends up leading civilization is able to find those answers and come to a logical conclusion that doesn't result in pretty much the destruction of everything.
I would hope to believe that it will not create destruction, mass destruction. Absolutely. I would like to believe that, at least. So, Coldest Spoon, yeah. No, finish up one last, if you want to bring one last thing up.
So, there's obviously also something I forgot to bring up earlier. There's obviously also that whole signal thing, the signal that we got back from space.
Mm-hmm.
But we sent out signals and then something sent something back, and we don't know what the fuck it is, where it came from. My thought process, and this is kind of a meme, kind of a schizo idea. What if it's actually telling us to shut the fuck up because otherwise something will find us?
And what would be the problem about finding us, though? What's wrong with that?
No, but the whole theory behind it is that it's some sort of warning coming back, basically saying that there's something out there that is way scarier than what can send a message back to us.
I mean, that's probable.
As Lyndon just said, I can see on the stream, if something's out there, it may not be good.
Yes.
Obviously, that depends on your definition of good.
Right.
But for us, it may not be.
Okay, that brings up a whole point. We haven't addressed it this stream. We're going to address it right now. That's another thing that I brought up with the amount of resources. If there are people, beings from other planets that have come to our planet, think of the amount of resources that it has taken to come here to even observe us. Don't you think?
Exactly.
Don't you think there would be an ulterior motive to just observing us? Maybe taking over human race. Maybe our natural resources that we have on the planet. What if their resources are almost depleted and they have to leave for their own survival? There could be a lot of other reasons, because for them to use all of that resources to come to our planet, it seems like there would be a motive behind that, right? That would only logically make sense.
They travel trillions of miles and they make patterns in cornfields in Kansas. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, that's the thing. If they're able to travel all those trillions of light years or however far they've come, not only must they have some either immense amount of resources for them to be able to just dump into that, they either have to have like completely 100% efficient machines if they exist, and imagine the fucking weapon capabilities of those people. They would have to be able to like do whatever they wanted.
Yeah. The aliens might get mad at us for not telling them the ending of the Friends TV series. Yeah. Yeah, could be.
Being beamed out into space, but yeah, just keep fucking sending it on rerun. It seems to keep
And
them
also,
happy.
right, first time chatter, Road Glide, any signal we have sent out hasn't even reached the closest star yet. That's another point too. Yeah.
Then what was the signal we got back?
To make patterns in field in Kansas. Crop circles. I ordered a double burger.
Maybe they're at the edge of extinction and it's their last resort. Well, that's to make patterns in the field of Kansas. Maybe that's how they communicate with people, saying, don't fucking leave this planet. It's actually good. I don't know. I believe that there's got to be something out there just with the vastness of everything.
I also agree with the vastness of everything. There has to be something out there. It's just a matter of can they get here or not. That's all. So, Coldest Spoon, thank you so much for calling in tonight.
That's my schizo ramble done.
No. What you said made sense. Like, I mean, it's all probable. It's just we don't know. Like, without facts, all of it is just a matter of opinion, right? And so,
yeah, I just hope that we discover the answers before we inevitably probably nuke ourselves.
I absolutely agree. Yes. So, and there's so many nukes pointed at so many different directions on the planet right now that it could. It's kind of a scary feeling, but it could happen at any time, and we would be all done. So.
Well, that's the thing. Like, look at fucking what was the movie War of the Worlds by Steven Spielberg. They could already be here, and they just have to fucking get on their ships and destroy us.
Mm-hmm.
Sort of thing. So they could literally do anything they wanted at any time if they are that advanced. But yeah.
All right, Coldest Spoon, thanks so much for calling in.
Thank you for having me.
You're very welcome. We'll see you in chat.
Yep.
All right,
See
take
ya.
care. Bye now. All right, that was the Coldest Spoon. All right. Great chats tonight. Wow, I knew it was going to be good. I might have to do a part 2 for this one because I do feel like there were some callers that weren't able to come on tonight that tuned in a little bit late, and we had so many people in the queue. Correct, Becca. We had so many people in the queue that it was just impossible to kind of get to everybody tonight. So, but I'd be ageless. For sure. Abso-frickin-lutely. All right, guys. But I just want to, I don't want it to end, but I have to go. I have to go. Thank you so much tonight for all of the follows, for all of the subs. Thank you, Anonymous, for the 100 gifted tonight. That was so generous. I'm not going to be here tomorrow, but if you want to see me tomorrow, I will be judging another stream, some debates. So I will be on. Can we shout out Admiral Gibbs, please? If we can, I'll do it. And I'll be here tomorrow at 7:30 Central, 8:30 Eastern. All right. Check me out tomorrow if you'd like, but I won't be live on my own stream. I'll just be I'll be judging a bunch of panelists. Okay, and it has to do with Elon Musk and nukes. That's the topic tomorrow, just so you guys know. It has to do with Elon Musk and nukes. So very interesting topics. Again, I'm just going to be judging it. And then I'll be back on Thursday, same time, same place, 8:30 Eastern. Okay? So, thank you so much for the raids, Captain Rob, Admiral Gibbs. Thank you so much for the 100 gifted and all the other love that I got today as well. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you to each one of the callers tonight. Such an amazing conversation. Special shout out to Giant Death Robot and to Atomic Quokka for the expertise in the panels. Such a great night, such a great topic. We'll have to do a redo of this one. Gertie, thanks for showing up. What a pleasant surprise, Gertie. Thank you for being here, Gertie. I was listening to this one song tonight, and it was about wolves and like the The Big Bad Wolf. I love that song. I love that one. That's a great one. The Big Bad Wolf song. I forget who sings it. I don't know, but it was good. I like that one. So, thanks for having me. Listen, Mr. Cairo, anytime. Thanks for coming on. I love you all. I'll be, again, Admiral Gibbs stream tomorrow, 8:30 Eastern. So drop him a follow. Come see me. I'll be there judging the stream. I will be a judge. It'll be myself and one other girl judging it. And then, if not, I'll see you Thursday, 8:30 Eastern. Good night, Gertie. Good night, Saturn. Good night, Becca. Good night, Pooh. Good night, Maple. Good night, Mr. Cairo. Good night, Retro. Good night, Atomic. Good night, Royal. Good night, Matt. Good night, Abby. Good night, Thrasher. Good night, Chi-Town. Good night, Don Van. Good night, Sasquatch. Good night, Ty. Good night, Scorpion. Good night, Whack-A-Mole. Love you all. Good night, Lundin. Good night, Coldest Spoon. Good night, everyone. See you tomorrow.